The Constitution of Ghana, 1992, came into force with the Kusasis in place as the rulers of Boko. Asigri Abugurago Azoka was Bokunaba, and by virtue of that, he enskinned all the divisional chiefs in the Kusasi traditional area. Article 270, Clause 1 of the Constitution provides that the institution of chieftaincy, together with its traditional councils as established by customary law and usage, is hereby guaranteed. So the position of Asigri Abugra Azoka seemed to have been frozen in time by the 1992 Constitution, until one Alhaji Ibrahim Adam Zambio mounted a challenge in the present Supreme Court. This 2003 action instituted by the Mamproses before the Supreme Court, seeking to invoke its original jurisdiction, was discontinued without liberty to reapply under Article 270 and 277 of the 1992 Constitution and the Chieftaincy Restoration of Status of Chiefs Law, 1983 PNDC Law 75, which had then been repealed by the Statute Law Revision Act 1996, Act 516, in 1996. On Tuesday, the 29th day of April 2003, the Supreme Court of Ghana provided what legal analysts believe to be finality to the question of the Boko skin. The ruling was very short and yet profound. Report says, the application to discontinue is granted but without liberty to apply PNDC law, liberty to apply under PNDC law 75 and Article 270 and 277 of the 1992 Constitution. Cost of those days, 10 billion to the first defendant. Signed, G.K. Akwa, Justice of the Supreme Court, T.K. Aziz, Justice of the Supreme Court, S.A. Brobe, Justice of the Supreme Court, S.G. Beidu, Justice of the Supreme Court, Dr. S. Chum, Justice of the Supreme Court. Apparently, on the morning of the hearing of the matter, the plaintiffs instead sought leave to discontinue the case. The leave was granted, but the court directed that no one should come back to that court again pursuant to Articles 270 and 277 of the 1992 Constitution, the matter of the restoration of Abugrago, Azoka, and all other sub-chiefs under PNDC Law 75. Under the 1992 Constitution, the Supreme Court has final authority to make such pronouncements, and only that court can review its decisions under certain circumstances. I've gone to great length to review the history of various legal resolutions of the matter and the involvement of the various military regimes to show that this matter has traveled a long, tortuous legal and political journey. In spite of the efforts of various courts and governments, the Mamproses did not give up their claims, and the Kusasis did not relent in their efforts to assert their independence and identity as a self-ruling tribe. The Nairi kept insisting that the Supreme Court has not ruled on the issues implicated in the Bokun skin matter. Asigri Abugrago Azoka insisted that the Supreme Court gave finality to the matter. This contestation led often to extreme violence, and many people have been gruesomely killed and maimed. Property that can be easily calculated has been destroyed. Whole communities have relocated because all the buildings have been burned by various factions. The intensity of the violence did not deter either side. They dug in. Governments from PNDC to NDC-1 to MPP-1 to NDC-2 and MPP-2 have invested heavily in security and other measures with very limited success as the violence kept escalating. Within these developments, the Mamproses in Boko organized a funeral for the last deposed Mamprose chief of Boko, Na Tampuri Zambio, who had died in 1981, 40 years ago. The Kusasis in Boko had objected to the performance of the funeral on the grounds that Na Tampuri Zambio had his chieftaincy recognition withdrawn by the passage of the Chieftaincy Restoration Status of Chiefs Law 1983, PNDC Law 75. Again, the Nairi of Mamprugu on 15 February 2023 at his palace in Nalarugu purported to enskin one Mr. Seydou Abagari as Bokunaba. This generated a violent reaction in Boko and its environs. The government of President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo promptly issued a statement same day denying the legitimacy of that act. Government condemns developments in Naregu today, February 15th, 2023, concerning the purported enskinment of a new Bokunaba as illegal and a threat to national security. Government further reiterates that Naba Asugri Bugrabo Azoka is the Bokunaba, duly gazetted and a member of the National and Upper East Regional House of Chiefs. The security agencies have therefore been directed to arrest and prosecute any other person who holds himself out as Bokunaba. This statement was signed by Mr. Kojo Oponkroma as Minister for Information. The government of Nana Addo Adankwa did not arrest Seydou Abagare. The government continued to reject as illegal what happened in Naregu and repeated same in another statement dated 28 October 2024 when Seydou Abagare returned to Boko. The statement read in part, the return to Boko on 24th October of Mr. Seydou Abagare, who was illegally enskined as Bokunaba in February 2023, subsequent to the vacation by the Court of Appeal sitting in Kumasi of the warrant for his arrest, has led to significant disturbances affecting public peace and security in the area. The government did not in any form or manner confer legitimacy on Mr. Seydou Abagare. As I indicated from the beginning, I was requested by the New Patriotic Party government to mediate in the matter. President John Dramani Mahama, who assumed office on the 7th of January, endorsed that I should proceed with finding an amicable resolution to the current situation. The parties in this dispute have willingly submitted themselves to the mediation process. The Bokunaba Sigri Abugaragu Azoka has accorded me enormous respect and personally led his delegation at all times to my palace whenever invited. My brother, the Nairi, has for very good reason, sent a delegation of his elders and sub-chiefs at all times that I have requested him to come. They all express confidence in the process and believe that we will be able to work towards an amicable outcome. I started my engagement with my brother, the Nairi, by appealing to him to magnanimously recognize the position of the law that the Kusasi should rule themselves. After careful consideration, the Nairi made some concessions but gave some conditions for my consideration. Essentially, my brother, the Nairi, wanted the historical acknowledgement of his ancestral ownership of the entire land that now constitutes the Boko traditional area. He acknowledged that the Kusasis have come to largely occupy that area. Both Kusasis and the Mamprusis who are now occupying those lands are his children. He observed that as a result of colonial interference and interference of various governments, Kusasis have asserted self-rule and now lay claims to the chieftaincy of the area. The Kusasi claim has caused significant bloodshed between them and his Mamprusi children, and this has spread across the area and now poses a major national and international security threat. The Nairi detested that development and finds it most unfortunate that such bloodshed should occur among his children. He therefore sought an amicable compromise to end the feud and restore lasting peace. He said in part, "Be that as it may, in the interest of coexistence, peace and human dignity, my proposed solution and concessions is premised on the request from Your Royal Majesty that I cede part of my jurisdiction in the Boko traditional area to the Kusasi tribe, with the hope that a lasting and enduring peaceful resolution of the Boko conflict will be achieved for all parties." The Nairi has been clear in his mind that his decision to make concessions has been a difficult one, but added that, nonetheless, guided by ancestral wisdom, commitment to peace and respect for Your Majesty's tireless efforts, I have chosen the path of conciliation, not out of weakness, but as a testament to Mamprugu's strength, dignity, and unwavering commitment to the well-being of all communities in the Boko traditional area. I have been inspired by the desire and commitment of my brother, the Nairi, to bring a peaceful end to the conflict in Boko and its environs, and to define the best arrangements to accommodate all the different tribes and communities in the area. The Nairi outlined a set of proposals which form the basis of engagement that I have had with both sides with the hope of finding a common ground. If a common ground emerged, it would enable them to reach an amicable resolution. With this historical understanding, I have impressed upon the Bokunaba, Sigria Bugra Bozoga to acknowledge that at one time or another, the Nairi exercised traditional authority over the area that now constitute the Boku traditional area. I concede that colonization by the British might have played a role in the establishment of the chieftaincy institution across the area that now makes up the Kusao Traditional Council. Records has it that at various times, the Nairi enskinned the Bokunaba, and the latter then enskinned the various sub-chiefs in the Boku traditional area. It is this state of affairs that the Kusasi challenged since 1957 until PNDC Law 75 was passed in 1983.
.9 FM, the hottest and the biggest conversation in Ghana inside politics in the different city hall 37 Abebrese Street, the heart of Accra, also editor in all the 16 regions across the country. And Wednesday, the 17th of December 2025, Christmas is just around the corner. And someone, yede brewo ene breaking news of Free Ministry of Education, Omasu Ebano, Ninano, Efa, payment of outstanding teacher allowances, no. Na honso ensem saying ena esi etie na message ban anomode ma achechefo wogan ha bre omokwa akodi brunya efa wo allowances ne yakeka ho no ni nyina ye ensem ayede brewo enra ewo Jubilee House as tomorrow otumfo say to the second okopie mu a mediation conflict beto ho ya chese wotumi gina mu and between Kusasis and then the Mampurugus no enra bibia timi ebawie ya otumfo say to Atokoko Asantemaru as earlier on said the presidency unumunyamfo Felix Kwachu Fusu kasama for de ma omampanyin wodi ka betu dwa say nyame ya aduma December bosumi ne de tosu dunsia Asantemaru ebetu ne nemu mpaboa afri Asantemam no de ne akran kra Jubilee House office of the president ne watumi de ensem ni nyina mu no emu emuaye de abre kurowura anase oman nyina wura His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Nenrei Asantemaru Eddie say Oyo your buyer na chese Onmonyamfo Julius Debra Chief of Staff and Penifo Awodo Monyina Gina wa two ema bibia so etime call so kama ho sem ewa ha yede ni nyina ebrewo na wo senia esi etie na chese na officially say the statement aba no na chese Kusasefo ena omudi hene ewo wo mo ensase awodo no so ye kan garu ye kan timpani ye kan pusiga ye kan zebila ene ne patam na mo Asantemaru ede kokoboka se pa na dia ma former member of parliament for zebila honorable Cletus Avoka oni wo obi a o ye mranimfo na nso Asantemaru say ne kasem no o hweyie ewo ne sama okeka ho na jesa Asantemaru de okasa na o se tu mi edi akire ho nsem nyina no ewa ha yede brewo no enesidi ne tesen na ne dollar no kosen ni nyina no yebema waso ate enei me boss Accra Metropolitan Assembly boss obeba studio ha saa nso na obete yenua Haruna Amaliba ono so from Upper East region or a member of the NDC National Communication Team obete nkan na mobete yenua Kofi Abusua Panyin ene penifo awodo ina mbabo ase de bibia so betimi akoso national so ni Greater Accra Regional minister yenua ba Linda Obenewa Oklo enso ebetwetwe nkomo ewo dwumadie so ewo inside politics inti ende dwumadie no ebe fe ebe sesana kama de amount wo hu samawodo a eno so koso yenua ba Rabna Obin ya member of parliament for Ablekumanov na na ono so Yakopon eya adum adwumadie kese bi pa ho a oba bidi o kina de zalu 3:30 pm obewo studio ha live na otumi abeka eye ne nsemo kan Ablekuma North abatoa no na chese ho nsem no na enye asem keto akura nti Sunday 21st December 2025 at exactly 1 pm omo eye kwa kwahyiam o Doko Lorry Station na chese thank you to no enya asem keto akura nti monhya no so say thank you to no hyase a enye asem keto akura na official launch no bibia betumi akoso wo eye 21st December 2025 at exactly 5 pm wo Kwashiman KFC ho a na chese ewrabna obi obedamase say mutumi bo ato aba edema no na watumi abe mrahye bidwane dia matememfo a womo Ablekuma North abeto mpeso aso ewon kramantem ha na bibianso etimi akọ enkan yenya ne tiese eye regional minister okoto yenua ba Linda obene wa okulo san ye MP for Shai Osudoku o ye to na to ya okonyina eye ahonidie to se de bi ekromo beti brunyan enema betimi atoto ni yie na chese district ahodo no woni nemu nkran ha ne patemu nyina no woni nemu ehwe se de be ya enema ebetumi akoyie MC owo eye Amasama Gan West woni monyamfo suwa wono so obo adwuma yi papa chese enye asem keto akura asampanifui wo se etumi ebo omunyina abaso bronya mo ani we imobi bia fish apa dodo na ne no mo hya ase e wa afi mu nanso no yetwa ye ni hwe ye chi a enye omunyina enete ase nti se ne wo kan te asefo no ho a na chese eye divine favor bi ene nyame no wama na dom wo adom bi o ana enei December bosome ne de to so edu ensoin ye kan te asefo a wo ka ho ye nua eye Henry Lai no Radio Good ne na bo adwuma e wo ho ena no pe wahwe ne maame ya enye asem keto akura nti nua Henry Lai formerly of Radio Good bia wo bia ne abusuam mo Spinters ene ne patemu no ye mamu nyina eye yakọ se eja obehwe eye nti se dem ni ka kan ye no ye nua ba ewrabna obenyame ya adoma wotina at exactly 3:30 pm obewo eye studio ha 1-on-1 yebedi enkomo afa ne dwumadi a eba so on the 21st eye December channel se 21st eye eda kwese de di ani bia nti no wonu mu hia eye 1 mu a na chese lorry station hono na eja modidi mu ho nkomo na chese enwumre no nonum no na chese makoshi na mahwe se de bia mudi ye betu yie yenua ba no momwa no ewrebna obin obono ho modin papa na se de bia bibia nso ebetimi akọ enkan ti Sunday 21st December 2025 at exactly 5 pm no venue no eye Kwashiman KFC no eye official launch Ablekuma eye North na chese eye Ewula Foundation no okwako bie ano official launch na so won say ye be launch eye Ewula Foundation na bibia nso etumi Ablekuma North eye Sports Union muntie ni ye eye Ablekuma North Sports Union yes powered by Ewula Foundation official launch no be baso Sunday di anima 21st December 2025 at exactly 5 pm ewo Kwashiman KFC nti monhya no so papa Ablekuma North Sports Union na eja official launch no baso na Ewula Foundation omo Ewula nyasa na maka no okay Ewula na chese nkana kasa meboa Ewula fantastic na chese Ewula we nkana kasa mu nse me frisuro nti no ya na mo de achemi Ewula nkran mache wosan ka machere me dada na Ewula no na chese Ewura no na moye no Ewula no ayo na chese eno no na eja ansana lunch no kra no ebeba so no wo san ye MPs thank you to eno so ye the same date na Sunday 21st December and Ewula obeye busy pa o anya asem keto eno at exactly 1 pm na chese wo converging point no Doko Lorry Station na chese mosie mo ho ne bo 5 pm official launch no so no etumi akoso na chese sa pepepe na etie eno asantuma wura ye adwuma ni nyina ye fa aseda kese ma ye na boafo ye ta eche adi dwumadie ebrewo ene eye wukwade na chese power specialist about hospital ne your mother Safari Valley Eco Resort ya dia sedaka se mo ya mami edu ya power specialist about hospital ne mobete oheneba enka Divine Hope Bar Center onso yeda na se S Natural Mineral Water Hebron Hills International School Victory Garlic Mesa Medimosis Clinic and Bar Center imako nyina da ro maka ho ta chire ene yedi dwumadie yede ebrewo Safari Valley Eco Resort omoso etemo denden dia mo dawo in the Eastern Regional Constituency a omoso eboa eye dwumadie kese a enye asem keto akwenti ene ensem no edoso ensem no yebebie mu maako ede amanya na hwefo ene ye na tiefo no mahoni a ekoso ewo omem semeti omena me hombra afi yeba yede dia kanyina so asan ato amoso echina eye Thursday the 18th of a year December na echina 18th no 1-on-1 at exactly 4 p.m. eye lawyer Martin Kwegbu wono ebetena se ni kwanya nie china 1-on-1 ebedi nkomo bebre nemom medame ho na yakoba nkomo twetwe ne beye de ene EM boss na nkasa ebewo fiduem ho a yebedi nkomo bebre de hu de ekoso ewo Accra Metropolitan Assembly na yedi yi eyeda atu yi se de be yankran patamu ahunidie eni nyuma eni ne wose koso bia no bibia betumi akoso yeba sisia. Support from the 900 million angels in TNA Mobete a mark ni papo alote. Ya ono na mayor of Accra Mobete nkan and everywhere on the show. Yeah, the seminary airbro in a filling stations here. Etwesia ewo Ghana na yako eye Tamale Northern Regional Capital Kesmi 107.1 FM Bole in the Savannah region Kiligi FM Kremo wa eye WFM Bakuya Source 100.1 FM. Yenu anuma was Zebela FI or Zeps FM Pussy Guy Wingpan Sampa Wende FM Yako Bron Regione 90.9 FM on Soko Nsuma FM on Crown Quanta Yenu anuma for regional capital Goso Nananom 92.5 FM station with ambition Saani Bubremo ho ni kopiem San Korea also Eduno FM Kremo ewo Yefu oni konfifi Mantemo Central Regional Capital Cape Coast ho ena Adom Sounds Kremo ewo Kotokraba Market yako asenfu sunso a Rich FM so ekremo ewo yako atoye Mantemo eye Western Region ahinkru kese takrade ye sharp 106.9 FM Neziama Elembele Western 100.3 FM ho eye Lands and Natural Resources Minister Honorable Kofi Amabua Nikrom onso mo fire live for Western 100.3 FM Yokoho Voter Regional Capital eye Global 105.1 FM sanso ene de niche Oti Region 3 radio stations na fire nyiwa 89.7 FM okete Krache mame Honorable Helen Adwa Ntoso MP for Krache West onso wonini wura Dr. Samoa any team ni nyina no omo ATA live ewo a enye asem keto akura Boom FM ewo Jase Honorable Kofi Adam Sports Minister na beto mpeso aso na Honorable Oti Bless amanfo fresh omote wonka ache yenua eye gidusu wose wote wonka ache papa nti Honorable Oti Bless mo amwo eye kpasa eren patemu no omu fili utu ma so omote wonka ewo fidi we so ache mama ha mo na Honorable medene bebe fia na yaba abedi enkomo oye menua be ma preko pe Honorable eye Oti Bless no we nipa so wa akomba pa we nipa papa nti medene beba na yaba abedi eye oman Ghana ho enkomo ensem no edoso ne mom no ensem nyina no ne ebobo ba ejebo esedi eja no anya ba bedru bakun ensem nyina no enra asanteman rotunfo setu atekoko aso wodi ni nyina abawie be PM ewo Jubilee House na Jubilee House no presidency wono obe PM no se nya de esa report no wawi a wode ba be hye obia ensa omampanyima na kwanya se de be ya de all report no no ono kasa ne timo ne omotena ase ye no ono abekai na Ghana fo nyina ehu ne ewom na kire obia kwa agogina bibia nkase e bia joma ma kwasesa e ya na kwasesa bi ade no tumfo na odi dwumadie nyina no ono ano ya ma na nkan de wo eye ne mediation report no na nura yi asantima rotumfo setu atekoko so wonbone nemo cha kese pa ene uboni dia no apagye omo ene nura yi yo na chese yekoye ni manisa yeti ne yekoso ewo abankesiem Jubilee House enra.
Let me express my sincerest gratitude to Dr. Mfo II for his patience and diligence in working over all these months to mediate this seemingly intractable conflict between two important ethnic groups in our society. When I took over from my predecessor, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, in the security briefing he gave me, he mentioned that he had invited Otumfuo to be the sole mediator in the conflict that was raging in Boko at the time. And so shortly after I took over, I paid Otumfuo a visit to confirm, the status of mediation and whether he actually had accepted to mediate. And he confirmed that he had. And so even though the mediation has been long, and I can understand the complexity of the Boko case, and so it needed time and patience to be able to thoroughly engage all the parties and be able to flesh out the facts and finally come out with a recommendation. Today, I'm pleased that we have come to the end of that journey, and we're embarking on the next leg of the journey. And as he himself said, this was not an arbitration. An arbitration normally will make an award on who is right and who is wrong. This was a mediation, and the next leg of the journey is to reconcile our two brothers and sisters from the Kusasi and the Mamprusi side. This conflict is not winnable militarily. No side can vanquish the other. Boko is important to us because it is in the extreme northeast corner of our country. And we all know what is happening just across the border from Boko. In all the national security reports that I receive, there is urgency put on settling and bringing peace to Boko so that we can safeguard our whole northern border from the terrorist armed groups that are operating in our northern neighbor, Burkina Faso. And so the end of this mediation gives us the opportunity to see what the way forward is in terms of bringing peace and calm. Boko has the potential to be one of the most vibrant commercial centers in our country, and indeed it has been a center of trade. And a lot of people in Boko have prospered, whether they are Mamprusis or they are Kusasis. Unfortunately, this conflict has turned the fortunes of Boko. Teachers refuse to be posted there, doctors refuse to be posted there, civil servants are leaving, we're doing national service postings, and we have suspended posting national servicemen and women to Boko because we cannot guarantee their safety. And so I'm pleased that Otumfuo's mediation has come to an end and that he has presented a report, and I can assure him that government would look at this report, and within the next 24 hours, government will issue a statement on its definitive position on the report. But it's my hope that the National Peace Council, the House of Chiefs, and Otumfuo himself and all the religious bodies would go the next step of continuing the engagement between the Nairi and the Boko Naba to ensure that we're able to bring reconciliation between the two groups. On behalf of the Vice President, Nana Pokwa-Jima, on behalf of senior government officials, on behalf of the government and people of Ghana, I wish to thank Otumfuo for this very honorable job he has done for God and country. He has shown that he does not belong to Ashanti alone. He is a national asset. And so, Nana, I thank you very much. We've received a copy, and I'm happy that you took the decision to be transparent about it and read the report yourself. This has been covered live. The whole nation has heard you reading the report, and I'm sure that we can act on it and make sure that we bring peace to Boko. I thank you all very much. May God bless us all.
Very well. It's Excellency John Dramani Mahama and Mote Nenkano. HBI Yene a Greater Accra Regional Minister Honorable Linda Obenwa Okulu Ebetwe Onkomoye try say be rechino na yeno no atwetwe nkomo ne to a oye in the Greater Accra region na ensamawodo de yakoso bia no wodi ni nyina ede amaye yene ni wie pe a yene eye Greater Accra eye region yewura ekuro kese ne ma Accra ha mayor of Accra na je say ede Honorable Papo yene no eba betwetwe nkomo one on one na ahwe sene ye ni dwumade AC Koso na Greater Accra Regional Minister yanyane TSA nei juma obo enye asemketo akwa sese ya mo ahune ekoso between Kusasi and Mamprisi oma ko ache nipa wu ache sese de ni nyina mra wie Kusasi fo mu hia Mamprisi fo mo ye munuanom eye Mamprisi fo so hia Kusasi fo a mo nyina mo ye anuafo Regional Minister owo eye region ha eye Honorable Linda Obenwa Okulu Honorable what ya kai mo akwa Abadeba TVS was Etene Power FM so na wie
Yo, Mugabe Maase ite fo nyina.
Ye mo official apanso.
Afin come me.
Me gire se bibia boko ewie yi.
Isa bibia boko. Afin say na nia ye hwehwa ye sanka no. Na nya mi si ye sanka.
Very well. The ebisa o ene ewie yi enya ne tie se wo bo apro na nneman te sen apro a wo bo no to no ehe na wo de akwa akodu ehe na wo sha ase na botaye ben enesi eye to ya wo ko in the Greater Accra region so.
Yo, Mugabe Maase. First of all, mechi ite fo nyina omuti. And to say ni how me to all the districts, 29 districts, and then you shall say it has to do with sanitation within the district. Usha Christmas here I be the Yabenya ho bebre. And His Excellency Botayene say, in fact, Obefi Suna Greater Accra one of the cleanest cities in the region. And he was taxing me as the regional minister, said Michelle sanitation person, or say the Bianya the Encoso. MMDC ni except fata I was a buy nyamo na almost for sanitation seriously no in Yamisi His Excellency and me look at it unlike previous governments now the whole 4 years you cannot even get 1 million our account as MMDC and then because of His Excellency the visionary leader and then some of the MMDC be 6 million our account if you want 50 million on my account, if you want 20 million on my account, it will show 80% of the revenue has been disbursed to the district assembly. It is sanitation wise, you monitor all the MMDs, near step pattern, and what's Omunia. And then, Master, you are launching the national sanitation there. I also be observing, thankfully, amount for observing sanitation day. Now, and as regional minister, may to all the districts, I mean, say, sanitation wise, there, we should share no media to, especially with this season. It's another to Medina, you call Adenta, you call Ayawaso West, you call Ladma, you call Ablekuma West. I ensure on sanitation issues. Now, my father said Mugabe, so far so good. Anyway, meaning say no mutu say me ba want na, and that on my home kika aye sonko. I mean, Judy said. And now, yes, we honor about you say, so and you're poor because of the season. But after the season, so I was also make sure sanitation wise within the region, I was also to me there, almost to me maintain my not be behind the any clean. But that be aside when no, yeah, in season more, yeah, sir. I invite all the district commanders, any both regional commanders, Tema, police commanders, both Tema. Any Accra, you know why you meeting. Christmas here, baby, deploy as many as possible. Police officers, in fact, they even assure us that make sure so beyond leave this season. They will have enough of the policemen as strategic points. They will control traffic. It's a new thing. Security wise, because if you also street lights is another challenge. Usha, after fighting sanitation, any security in the region, that was a high senior day, Bibia, Kania and when His Excellency, adhere to the Ministry of Energy, now our partner RCT project now, no make sure say all the ceremonial streets within the region, there, Kania is they are all on. Aside that, also the inside communities within the district also, and Yami Yadum, Mayama, Obida street, enough street lights. I was on the almost 50 or my potem. Yampasi, I bet to say, Obibra Fresh, in fact, Yaba Lanchi and before the Christmas, Yaba Lanchi a call center. Who fast the any district who say, Baby, I my associate will call on the district, and not who refuse. I'll be a damp or maybe just give us a call. We'll make sure that within 24 hours, the place is clear. These are some of the measures that they are putting in place. I say Christmas and beyond, no, you bet me idea, Obia home by a day, Obia home better. If you are traders not occupied, acquire now Mutunto, then Christmas, the Ankasamo being planned your baby, amount for the loan, Akodi, Nyama Mutunto, by a patch almost say, yes, some woman back by the home, my into almost enough space, Obia pavement, so it's allowed, so almost we are schedule our pavement. So the buyer, yeah, quite no day, a better one, my any human traffic, vehicular traffic. Any car be a who say see baby and self-attend. You better assembly at a fine before obeying just a what you have 2,000 Ghana. Aside that, also, pedestrians, constituents and citizens, palm shall say, almost use the food bridges within the region and my because accidents they are caused by and you may serious accidents. Madina, Minuka say, ya taxi MC, you say, always your best sense. In fact, this is not the first time the place has been say, first year. Now, almost say, I am who the word to use. I did boy, it's me phone. No more best, mesh, you know. This time around, why you bet you, yeah, far because we want to save time as far as this Christmas is concerned. It's so beer, you better at a street, your friend said to the food bridges. Obia make sure say, Obe adhere to the directive police for Bema. Use and Tunto adi our food bridges. In fact, and I told me look at if it are no problem if you say, Yanin dance so much and if you are Kaneshi, more Kaneshi, Oma Pie, Chelsea, Moko Dija, Oma Falo said, yeah, it's your mom after the Christmas, it's a bit there, but we create space in between the food bridges. But after the Christmas season, we will not allow food bridges are food bridges. I want a man for offer. And I can ship besides some food bridge to say I am weak. It's only them so called to use a food bridge there and was so and now me bar me now my for it some of the beings as I want to say I buy. Come say Omo Muto I do food bridges. Omo Kasa say Omo Num to see. Yeah, mom, after Christmas, on the first, there are food bridges that Nipa Afim, there are months want to check them by heart. I did the accident, remember. These are some of the measures that you are putting in place. Christmas, you better share, let me be a Kosuwa, no one. Dear Christmas, come. Now, hope for the someone say yes. Indeed, Greater Accra is the city of government.
Regional Minister Ansan Ebeja ho amoakono we no mo year for a year Christmas brunya bentina mo year na say say e ade say bekoso mra no na enye say Christmas e bentina ye we
shot me kasa is something I start here and a national scientific BPI day every observe every month. It's the who said this should be end because of the season. it will continue. We'll make sure say we'll monitor. But Mugabe, don't forget, say, by Papa now, Excellency, next year, this is a better performing well no Omberman Award. It will be a measure say sanitation wise. And no, yedibe church. Into our patemu and yen, who baller. Don't forget, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani. Otu onu hu bibia, otu hu baller, bi na waseni, na wacho, it's Madina, this na wacho, aseni mi say, ye make sure say, ye bema assembly ni, ate kite, into oni bibia kose wa regional. Into who MC say, nyami adum na party na ba power. Na yama da akonya ne edi ama ye nkase pa akonya no enko share coat akese enko to na office. That's a condition that them baby. Yes, if I boy tuma, some of the MMDCs almost to na office. District almost to be communities very tending they cannot. No, His Excellency mandate or their mayano. Or see him boy tuma na resetting agenda yen to me yede. Yeah, actually do your MMDC. Put na office. Now nim near cost to our petemu. Who nim say food bridge look amount for traders and occupier. Who nim say accident air cost to has who nim say street like going to and they can who say one casa na audio home. And you'll be there one casa na subject to
Ansana metu wa kwa ansana wa kwa wadawruma aya no wakai media Presbyterian GHS ye wo eye Gan West amame science school no wo mo ball a wo mu ni baby wo mu tugu nti wadawro ma mompe bibia o mode besi school ha o mo betimi aye nwura na gum na mo population no so wo suru yie pa na ye ma amanfo aye den zoom line fo na befa na etumi aboa timamofo a mo wo saa emia no na sa na ye bekọ ye nim no minim se no de makan wo be ye ne ntentem wo de minim de otumi ye so wo be ya ma ho.
Oh, why not? O fi Gan West wo.
School need the school need the media Presbyterian GHS.
Okay.
Fantastic. Mu de omu de ball ewura no ebegum mu fa mesi ho ma omo eye ma zoom line for no mefa nko eno ne ade se dia me se dia ma eye sa school no na street light no so won sem etese bro nya bai baby ho abedu ho no why yesum atemota forest ho anajo wonam ho ane ho yesum bia bebre ho a na traffic so the amount for de ba na meka ho asem traffic light no bebre nya adwuma na areas bi nso ho a baby te say Manet eye junction baby o ma bi new a Shell filling station o mu si new a more bi e wo sa area ho edura no pane anwumra na ho no agba ape so a posifo nyina ho direct traffic na de enti sa ne manyina de na mo ye se de be ya kwa mu betimi ada ho traffic sem street light asem ene sa ne akeka mabobo so nyina betimi aya matemamfo no wato o mo obronyem
yo a fast street light so there to say the American Ministry of Energy all the ceremonial streets within the Greater Accra District. And we are monitoring. We have tuja ochina baby omeju any baby omunju and any omukasa omu fast tracking my at least hopefully by next week the majority of the streets are there light naso. Aside that traffic lights we have issues. The Ministry of Roads and Highways omaba take inventory some of the you're trying to say order higher traffic lights and you have no muka into be more my assurance say order about be fixed near recently in so a be a mama for us no bi that is say you call and in fact ministry you toy and you can say you anywhere if you the be any kasa near public nature yes some direct here I say me need to cash on bottom they are 56 painting adisa na niam what to no more to no more street light am I it is public this is in as much as here taxi government to do the needful no amount for as a right citizen of the country who you are familiar so the at the end of the day you have burden end to the taxpayers money so it's a street light any traffic lights in there we are monitoring closely the BBA day but in the interim now baby a street light the Ministry of Highways amaye hu say enye ready no ya catch police for ya church more omo be chile ho make sure say on be control traffic
Mugabe
sorry
in a boy adwuma ntiji wudin boy adwuma no be Greater Accra regional minister no na ne dwumadie so ene ja legacy bi to ho magana fo hu say de o mema betimi aye no ma so betimi aye den betimi aye
Some Magarumensi, Yaminsi, Munamu, the strength is from God. And aside that, and any age, what's a year. But in as much as Mugabe, Yalanchi traffic free this Christmas, you best sell a month for, you best sell. Okay, you don't especially church drivers, maybe I say fata and farm, and also create unnecessary traffic. In Mugabe, trust me, this Christmas and beyond, you best say, if you share what's the infant as a rightful citizen, whom better here.
Greater Accra Regional Minister Honorable Linda Obenewa Akwele Oklo yebeda si wudin de wudin so wa na wadwuma so eso eni koso ne bo adwuma saa sha wo sudokufo ne nkranfo nyina Greater Accra Regions obi ase mema wo afishi apo
oh I think come back to you
very well yebeja wesia na eja ene eye mayor of Accra so e wo studio ha ntino ono se se emfa ne nchi a ema very well. That was Honorable Linda Obenewa Oklo, Member of Parliament for Shawo Sudoku constituency in the Greater Accra region. On one side, I say Greater Accra Regional Minister or Boy Juma papa. So far, so good. MC is be Boy Juma, so of Gan West. Boy Juma Ablokuma also no MC no or Yana Femu dear papa na Salom and so in some moment do is doing a fantastic job. Monko so na Momo Juma na menje mo so na mimo mudin sa say Mo Juma F. Ohinba doctor wa Johnny in studio have from a power specialist about hospital mame do ya. Mommy yama wa fish apo. Doc mo akwaba. Na po mo e ya che. What do I say? Nina so say make kabo. Then Wednesday dey me no we share dey na chese no ano. Yeah, come on. Fantastic. Ana dey chiama mommy so ama. Every day na wo ma ye wada ro.
Abusia ya mo akwaba power time brain ye body town na fe adwumadie no ato aso. Power specialist Seba Hospital. Dodo na fe last stop. Yo Kumasi won crime. Enna ye water cry. The Kumasi ofiyase ani Jasper Flint station no edi enhwenu mu. Aya putoja kontrasa kwan no so Lake Road asem na mekan akra wo kwabenya ACP kwan so ne block factory no edi enhwem na fe takrade wo Anaje Estate Customs Road ya ne single washing bay no enso di enhwem numbers no ayemiensa famu bia ne frɛ wo fra branch na ebe no na ya ma direction ba ho na wa beje wa yaresa numbers ne 0555 797878 0200 383831 and 0244 544422 Monday to Saturdays and your day juma Sunday penida yenye juma even holidays ye juma or your branches in yam tiba bia obia any idea bia how bia me so to meka Fabra Power Specialist Hospital ye ka obi bia say holidays e die ni mu nyina yembreki yentua pono ba kokora mu ya branches me sene nyina ye adwuma gidigidi ti say holiday impo na benya kwan de abebia wadwuma nti a wo de oba lab bia wo hia say ma oye fidie be hwemu se scan na betwa say extra na be ye na so otumi ni nyina awie free hoko no ye be ye nhihya ya bra no nsa be ka woduro say bia wo ba bi ti say takwa wo ho wo woneba wo pando wo ba bia wo bia ye outside Ghana outside Accra ni nyina no ba if wo mo UK ni US na adi nyina no muso ka list ba ye nuro e de send wo mu ti ba bia wo bia no e ma ba bia wo no ensi eye wa yaresa ho kwan bra Power Specialist Heba Hospital Kumasi Enkran Nafi eye takrade wo hwa power time and then the first time I was and then the kind I was power time what tested hepatitis B positive 10 year pa yade we yade ba kwa bodi pe edi e ba obi adwene mu eye Power Specialist Heba Hospital sent ni se nyankopɔ adom ye ne ye wo aduru a ye de sa yade we etu ase wakotena ba bi no muso so anu a mo ma de gidi amawa sorry free 110 nyesa wo ba ho so na oliver no na ahono na esai enti se wonim se what test hepatitis B positive say ya wukunu say ya oyere say ya oba say ya onua bi nesa wo pɛ ba yade be furu mogya mu ama ho atɔ de a baabi a wo kɔ a yade na ɛbɛkɔ baabi a ye wo dansidie baabi a ye gye abasobɔ Ghana ne amono ne kyesa ampa yare na yetimi to ase furu mogya ne mu a Power Specialist Heba Hospital Kumasi Enkran anase eye takrade say ya wukunu say ya oba say ya onua bi oba be ye hepatitis B profile no dia confirm say empire no kura wo kona wo ho said dia wo cancer wo hepatitis ne be say e wo ho ana say ni ho be liver function test so be viral load count one cancer wo hu mo no dodo a wo moja ne mu ye no na be monitor mo no hu say edo na wo no mo no mo no eku wo mo ana say eye den wonu ado no kwa ni mu kakra be say ye biem be hu ba be so tia kodu na ama woni da so hye nkwan say ba bia waba no waba the right place nyame ya adom na say wo treat na ekọ negative a yemfa no say be say profile na confirm say ampa emoan ba kokra nyede enu mojam nti power specialist about hospital ye ne wo aduro nyankopɔn adom ama doctor akoso aduro ha manura ye de say ade we etu ase be kokra negative every moja ne mo mesra wo de na ye fat liver ana how anase liver enlargement ana liver cirrhosis wako hospital wako yes scan ya so obrebo no ayesrade wo hwa say de TV no so na hwebrebo aye papa ene brebo a ahonhono brebo aye fat liver hwe say de tie wo TV no so wo say de brebo na ye kama no ho ye smooth fe de aye fat no ho aye srade asa aye kokko asa aye yellow asa aye den ye no chese liver no e wo severe problem wo fat liver there's a liver ahono liver enlargement ama ye funu aye kutu ye funu aye den wo de ketua bi na ye funu na ahye mesraw bra power specialist about hospital nyankopɔn adom ama ye dura ye de saliva no esiesie hili no ama de sanya na ho den ade ye adwuma wo de na kidney stones ana ye kidney stones sorry tv no so de liver care aba adua ye liver care say de liver no tie bia say ye liver enlargement say ye liver cirrhosis say ye liver fatty liver ni nyina no wunya adua ya liver care ni bia ya no so betimi aboaw na asayade na ama ho timi ato wani nyina aye very yellow wo Johnson ne to say Lipton anase Coke abo nkae say liver no e wo problem wo de na kidney stones anase kidney stones tenie pa ama severe waist pain wo sisi achilo back ho aye wo ya hyehyew wo nase nyina sha say tatai emfa wo kidney eni agro tenie say your kidney stones anase your kidney stones Fabra Power Specialist Herbal Hospital Kumasi and Crime Nafi ayeta krade Bema wo Johnson sama sha say aye basabasa Shanonson entratena ho emiamfa catheter enko show bemam entratena ho miamfa rubber enko to bemam sentence bia na Johnson intimi ma tinie pa wo Johnson aketewa bi na abaka kra bi na Johnson do wa ya se timiri seten Johnson intimi ma wo Johnson abemam ya wo ya ahyehyew wo Johnson a wo chimansa na Johnson aba wo Johnson wie ne moja di akiribọ kwa de ba ni nyina ye moja nko a ebetima your prostate ebetima your blood ebetima your untreated infection ebe your kidney ureter na so urethra ni nyina ne tim sa Johnson problem we no e de ba into ba your scan e ba your lab de fibe hwemu ni atwade potepa ekoso e de sa Johnson problem no e de abro to America bra power specialist about hospital number no 0555 797878 0200 3831 and 0244 544422 what the na also and I how a comedy I am your head when to my your ya na obofo obi kura timi fe obo no hanyina yo ye de kopie wa chutanya hardbeds wa chika sani mutimi ya wo ya hyehyew anya asam ketwa wudi dia na aduane jejabo indigestion ya na osano nyina tititi enframa etimi gina oyam gastritis ni nyina na ye ulcer ne symptoms no ebino no entina doctor akoso adua ya de adua ba ye fe no adua ya SK that is stomach care ekro bia wo ya funu mu say ye duodenal ulcer say ye peptic ulcer wunya adua ya SK ne bia ebekum kro ni nyina ama onso so ho atimi ato wo de na ye typhoid anasa ye malaria da bia me kasa say ya de omienu ne signs and symptoms no ese typhoid beto mautia yo ya ho ba ye hye wonu ba ye onwunu malaria so the same symptom entu de ne say malaria na hawa ye wadua ya malamis e wo ho ebebo atuade no asem ho atimi ato say ye typhoid nso so a ye wo kala mixture ni nyina no ye pure herbal ni aso no so aye yie Food and Drugs Authority registered jatum ade amanya e bodwuma pa enu amienu nyina no be ton abaduro bia no kwa obenya bi ho no mo ato wabọ wa ache bibi biara ekoso e wo kokko ho say ya wo lungs say ya wo heart say ya wana wabọ wana yi ahwa moja e wo mu mesro to Mekabra Power Specialist Hospital yama cough care herbal mixture chest cough biribi biara ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ wo chest hɔ deɛ sɛ wakoma ne bɔ kim wo home ɛsoro wonya bi ɛbɛdwo no nyinaa sɛ akoma no mpo na ahonhono a ɛbɛboa wo na afei asiesie biribi akama ɛde ama wo kɔmpo ɛhyɛ wo munum goita yɛmfa se kan kama mu ɔdɔ ɛbɛna no nyinaa moyɛ awarefoɔ mo pa awoɔ mɔtena for 12 months awɔ ne maayɛ a ɛyɛ problem gye sɛ moa na magye sɛ monya nwoyɛ na sɛ mokɔ biribiara raw na sɛ 12 months awɔ ne maayɛ bɛtumi afiri bɛrima no bɛtumi afiri ɔba no mɛma bebree low sperm count mesrɛw mmienu nyinaa mommra sɛ bɛrima no low sperm count ɛbɛboa mo ɔba no ovarian cyst sɛ ɔwɔ fibroid sɛ ɔtube so no problem wɔ mu a ne nyinaa ne ɛbɛhwɛ ama mo hɔ tumi atɔ mo gyiri ka gyiri bɛrima ɛbɛwu a na ne yiri suro no mɛ vitality mɛma duro paa bɛyi ntini mu nyinaa ma mogya no ɛtumi akɔta ntini no mu na bɛrima no watumi agyina wo no so te sɛ bɛrima na wohia ɛyɛ herbal mixture ɛde ɛbɔ so deɛ a na sɛ baabi a awu deɛ ma baabi a wɔ biara ɛne baabi a tɔn herbaduro bia no kɔ a bɛnya yɛ no nyinaa bi atɔ sciatica na ɛha wo to ase atwetwe dendenden wo da na adwena wo tene wo nam kora na ɛyɛ problem bra wohia sɛ yɛ massage a bɛyɛ massage kama ama ntirima biabia ma wo nso so ho atumi atɔ bone fracture dompeni mu abupɛyi fabra power specialist cyber hospital sabi pampan bɔ ne ɛwɔ num halitosis bad breath ne nyinaa no ba bɛhwɛ deɛ do deɛ ne baayɛ ebi a wo deɛ ne wɔ wutim ebi kora yɛ diabetic ba wonnim ebi a wo se ɛnam no kuro no ɛhɔ da wɔ ebi a deɛ na wɔ minimu tonsillitis ana ɛwɔ winimu ɛyɛ sinusitis ne nyinaa no ba yɛbɛhwɛ ne atimi aboa otuadeɛ no ase ama ho atimi atɔ kotodwe ɛwɔ hɔ a na ho no yɛsi nsuo gyinam no akɔtwe na asan aba yɛbɛkyekyere ama 2-3 times both afew nan no ayɛ kama baabi a wɔ bi a ɛne yadeɛ bi a ɛha wo so tia na ɛte kɔkata so ntumi ɛna aduane to no mu kora na ɔntene dɛ yɛwɔ duaya ɛyɛ herbal tonic ɛnso so ɛwɔ hɔ a yɛbɛboa wo yɛ ointment ne nda TV no so no woyɛ adwumaden so yɛ fitani woyɛ medicine ne nyinaa no akɔyɛ adwuma ba ho nyinam nyinaa yɛ ɔyɛ a pɛ warm water bi fɛdware na fa bi etwitwi baabi a de bɛkyɛ no na wayɛ kama yɛwɔ Kumasi yɛwɔ Nkran ɛna yɛwɔ Takra de Kumasi wɔ fɛ yiase yɛ ne Jasbo Filling Station di nhwɛne mu wɔ Aputo gya konta so kwan ne so Lake Road ɛna yɛwɔ Accra wɔ Kwabenya ACB kwan so ne Block Factory no edi nhwɛne mu na fɛ Takra de wɔ Anage Estate Customs Road and single washing bin with the entry mu frey 0555 797878 0200 383831 and 0244 544422 Monday to Saturdays and the Sunday penny da even holidays yeah juma our branches in the medwas say baby algebra na ohwe power time nyame ya domo a da sene be sign anymore ahyebium
very well man say Dr. Oheneba for your time wabo juma papa na yema adwuma fon so amowo power specialist about hospital yema me adu ya woni team ni nyina so official live on TV SYZ and also on power 97.9 FM and all our affiliate stations across the country. We are your number one show in Ghana inside politics with the commander of the airwaves Atankulega Biga Mugabe Maase, the capacity man. Na enei enyasem ketua na opanyin no ho dom pa o. Hey, mayor of Accra, wo ho dom papa. Na nipa bia so nam na nipa di na chi bebresa na che so nipa papa. Nipa bonfo na ma hu se obi e di na chi. Obi a na adwuma nso ani no. Obo se woye omampanyin kwa wona ma obo se so ma president ba so. Yeah, born chill sa. Say Kufuor no ye mampanyin. Won se ne second term on baby a obakora obi amfa no. Na enei opanyin ofia ne din Edmakeni Papu Aloti. Na the mayor of Accra obo adwuma papa chese woni ni team no enye asem keto akro mo bo adwuma ema adwuma na nkasa ye den eye fe ya utimo se onfa na adwuma endi akro kra na we ko tamali akopio na komo man toma na chese ni dwuma di a wodie no ade se eso eni ye pa nti free abre kopim se no sia bebo de trase nkunya ni esise di na chese o my Ghana ho ensem papa nko a na ye de ebro Michael ni Papu Aloti eye mayor of Accra aniga mwakwaba ediba TVS was at an power 97.9
Jusupa
bibi aboko de
Emiadum
osun why by 3 o boy ejuma na o bono so afata o
that's
ya me sha so congratulations ya mo appointment nya de yes share da mbo boy ejuma
nse ejuma no wo form
nkafo ni na so ani jo ho okubo na say kwa man no boy ejuma papa me say yes kan ni ka kwa de na che say wo town bibia eda na kwam kama yani ni bedi nkomo ewie earlier on what say any regional minister honorable Linda Obinewa okulo twetwe nkomo ya chese o money nam dan so man kanesi ehwe ne ekoso ho mayor your few days here be see Christmas mo ene 17th December 2025 roadmap on it saying within the area no saying the city adwumadi ben na ekoso eme
adwumadi ekoso de bebre
fantastic
first of all Mada, Your Excellency Ejumara
John Dramani Mahama
fantastic man Abebu
fantastic
Namada party impeding for us
fantastic
Mada your party chairman
good
and Yankasa and Papani Adenia
fantastic
Honorable Julius Debra
fantastic
Senya Minshano
fantastic
ni futu ni directions bia ni Madame Valerie Soya
fantastic ura wa won de wi o mo se hambo o mo so o mo sample ni fona bo mo di no ya Mami Valerie Soya Honorable Julius Zebra even the executive secretary Dr. Callistus and the president himself and then ama wanya sa ho brase no na
first of all no make say me a Christian na nyame munu ya maya unso ya si uma unso nyame brewase na se uma unso a se uma unso nyame brewase
fantastic
na ya si se ubrew wase na nyame ama unso
pejao
nti brase de ya di papa
okay very well say wabami me court high inside politics high journey bi o ha and the way obi ejagu amount for street you know park well for tax force no now moto o ma omle de emra de meje mredi say unim say we say if it must be done well you say ade we nya don't do it never we say high park no park we say ho na mejina no you are not supposed to stop or say why na me stop it why fa passenger say why na me fa passenger sanko fund dem homo discipline homo na ko say microphone e wa hey ukasa guma e free said your body any wujumedi e fe ni se kese na no ba fire
Mate
once fireman it ya
Mate
and I was no adwuma we na fire wo buja wo adwuma e wo Greater Accra ha nti waba no bi jagum na enko the be program na mode ato edema Christmas said the be ekwa mo beda ho Greater Accra wo mo free krom bo su ene yete se ka ho den wo peka obre traffic ukrum measures be na wo de egu kwa
for me da was say wa me akwanya we say me church na so far ele egu kwa for Christmas no
fantastic
say Christmas tama obia bako me didwa am for person be shopping
more fire
nti bibia direction in ya lead Accra
fantastic the capital city
yes nti any police for akasa fiti next week
regional commander
any fire service akasa
fantastic get Mami Maase sapon
any nadumo akasa
fantastic
any commanders of the markets akasa
fantastic
any transport unions ni akasa
fantastic
na nyama ide atutu akwan very simple first of all won say Accra route no ukuku ma Jesus san ko twa ho ba nti ya adwin say e be sikwan ni bi na yama ayalolu buses no e be francophone fiti be bia 207 cars no be ba be francophone
interphone ni ekeka ho no
omunyina amumba krom fiti next week this is what we want to do omubeja say bia sadisco side wa
okay
now today omatra you turn back to circle
okay
nti say omudi nipa no ba e be do ha buses no be fa nkofo no dia ba Accra uto ade area wasan for bus no na wasan kofu uko La Paz uko Achimota na wasan ko peka owafu nti any say ma kasuma yan because right now say nipa
ayalolo no fe nipa na akoja no ba bia sa na ko baby okọ no wanya kan so
se cars na 207 na eba no eba be sink of no junction be so e be si on junction so 207 train another bus na be lodu ni pa for dia ebeba because the panel was so atọ ade wi oku fie nti oku fie no oba no obedu ho a say 207 is wa e ko bi ko la pass bi ko achimota.
Okay, nti eden ya wanya bedu ho no
nti
na che say traffic kurum beda ho na nyina ne nya park wo baby vantage point
yes
e be ma kurum no ada ho e dia mama aba Uber ne taxis for
ye be pom cho say this time no enye obia na e say on fa ne car en brakra say udu asalam down na unya baby obetumi park o car say na make an e be ma buses no enye Sadis Kunkwana buses no by Monday the na directions in your clear.
But you taxes no I say you be an be kwa kwato ade or pay traffic.
Ogabi your excellency John Dramani ma dollar na ba form. Amount for cra $10,000 mo to me ko to nyama fiti China de ba. Uba akra amount for the nyama ba pa. Many who can say if it's an apartment Accra.
Okay.
Musa nipa ewo Accra no.
A dozen.
Untumi allow say cars in Yambra Accra. It is said drivers in Pomucho. Omuma directions na e mom no omum diso. Because some of the road we are me block it for adekwa. Me krosu a ye ton adenko
capacity to make us a champion. Oba block san akwan
you be block na ma adwadefo na aton ade na ya road no one way into high roadway say fitikoko board ho ba ni say no you betumi aye adale no adale ne be
we are join bus be ba begina ho
na
ya lolo na afo ne de wakosi baby uduru ho na wafa bia den ya to so say bia o media traffic
David
side yes unya free
first of all, me catch us. Me ni bija minister na ejuma.
Fantastic. Then I've been working.
Oye minya peni me no et say number 1 and number 2. Bibia na akada na kuma sopa. Bibia frame ya Michael. Feel wa fi Christmas set ke o mami feel wa fi. So ideas we nyina no ideas bia madam mi doku ini susu.
Very well. Second one so dear nebeko so I mean say o ma second wo beda up bring e be so mesa TS measures be na putting in place.
Say me Usman ko for ko sekla. So far you cleaning medians no run about no. You plenty we say second be efe.
Fantastic.
I just say ye nuanu mo amunni be beton ade mi ni ama no. E na o ma gi sekla fa. But Christmas we Mugabe meka no kwa che say you to me circle send a pen because for na say job no Tony Amakaka na ye na almost go back.
Traffic is event.
Traffic no so send American roads me was circle be divert.
Okay.
Fiti
for no touch you.
David.
Tony man wo kwen.
Omu back kwem omu limit I am. And I'm a a lot of task forces are let me say me back I mean be brave by because one say
to touch what need do it is
be brave
no do it
my fan pa be brave my fa youth tell me youth so my fa youth pa
fans
nyame
be ka say already so na task force
we if you
do how mo tax force
if you juma na ba
tika bi etwa mo ha o mo nyina no
dabi yenji ska
mo nya den
yenji ska ye ma ye sure say we for serious pa if we banda we obeto sesia
okay o two cars no
auto pa u park o bebi enye ana say won say Ghana no e believe say o minimum but unu na be two car no na later be kan wasem
wini mukura ko ngo fa no fro ma wo bo obi adin ko mo mfi o
dabi won say meda ye party penifasi omo so omo yo mo ko fa kasa say be say yen jam yo no nya adwuma na yen hwe say adwuma no betuma ya na se mu ya ade yen da bia na ye frame yo na mayor jana e ma yen hu mayor adwuma ti mu pa mo cho mu nya the right thing na say ye chipeni bika o kan ya na me se odie fine na ye gi no on tua half and so tua
o ma ni tua half we penny ne ko betuma atua ni
e bi won say wa bre as I ba power
to consider
no
timi o chemi abe me den
o Mugabe mi chiwa bia metu amo metu amo for the first time second time
baby amete no me ni what they say mo metropolitan mo kan say you can say car na private number school din ego ho nti me ni AM sika me so me na bia mete na ho nye AM
Mugabe won say AM a mother of all metro municipal na ati
me kan hwe o mo fine
o kakrebi
zeska no mo jamo de yede
o Mugabe saska no yede ani ama bebre IGF no
mo receipt
e ma receipt
mo ana mo san na mo airport wona na
the mo na mo airport no de
mo sonko
o sonko so mo nyina no bi bana ye frɛ a mo beti
matese watch the be so Christmas mu ye ne regional minister so di nkomo ahoma no so no chechi mu be yembra wa achievement o be mayor of Accra tambe na o azimi office as mayor of Accra
Mugabe make us 8 months ago
beti mama me niema be mienu a obetena so as mayor of Accra watumi aya obi afon enko silent mama mo TV studio ntesa me so me tax force ha mo ebe yi mo PM ubeye mayor of Accra 8 months ni ma me niema be miensa watumi aya obetima ka se ubeye ubaye se ni tia watumi aya ma 1 year kranso
Mugabe ni ba AM no na AM ye bibia ye dikapa
Accra Metropolitan Assembly.
Yes, yedika outside papers mu yes easy and properties. At a point mayor counting kwa no mo yaji. Yeah, properties bebre o amanfo afa. Ti me buy no me be hu say e kwan ba ko pe a me fa so a betumi ama me afa ne tuma pa efra say ye be ye the revenue collectors no you be commission based revenue collectors na you be fa babunu young men and young women you fa over 200 and you know mugum
you pa 200
yes
obey mayor
my farm more than that juma go farm more juma brusa
mo nyina Ghana for I have NDC for no more
say TikTok crash say yeah go for no more pension a day 100 cities
and otiom
and do biaka
to it me be 20 days kwa okura 2000
I say juma no am for free the money eneba
ba be say have NDC for no more
NDC for no jomo ye juma
thank you for mo ne de me no ya adwene
enti
ko ye ne de me ya o ma di 8 years
Mugabe sa revenue collectors we commission based collectors no say OG no the Albegina percentage na
member yes so they work on commission basis
that's right
okay
see Mugabe magic omo ye nya say within 2 to 3 months now we should your revenue collection got 21%
in the region in the greater Accra serious
but you catch out say for the first time say you call end of year in the assemblyman ka me fa e ka enra next year mu
assemblyman mutu ade na mo
assemblyman wo omo allowances omo sitting allowance e me tumi di omo ka 6-7 months on ti omo no mo ye demonstration
obey me
there be me dem di omo ka 1 city kra
what you obi
me ti omo sike
bring your bedi
obunya we minimum po share ama minimum ewie
and they 17th
metua Christmas salary po December salary metua
13th month no
metua month salary December
oba aye be mayor of Accra no say na ye ka efia say na efin sitie e wona Accra e that clean e betimi aka say Accra will be the cleanest city in West Africa Kuvado kan no be fire no na places be to say Aboso kan Jamestown ene Wosu ene ne party Wosu de gates ne sela mo ye ho adwuma mo ye de ombetimi de ba gates no mo ma cleaning no enko so pa say na be fa Accra na kroni say
Mugabe me buy na adwuma no very very bad na uti say your excellency John Dramani Mahama kan wo Shao Sudoku honorable regional minister ni constituency say obe makiwa odi efia ewo umpatem ene ebehwe nti ebibia my boy recording ato me wa na my boy ti at last 2 months me back home by 2 a.m.
imagine
Mugabe minda o
But we hear some with that.
Mugabe, a Jumana, a Diamano. So to me, Jena, a fini free wa. Udakwana, so double to my day.
Feeling yet.
Me back home, Mugabe, Fiti, Rolling Spark. Every fast every traffic light. Mugabe ball and kwa. Inti my imagine say, me can ma many other assemblies not as I say. Kofona omuye ball and ball and my no. Omuye juma pa na my imagine say Friday I be me no omu betu say didi na ma ball ma baso. Because a juma on my yama me no.
Friday the enemy.
Ocha me here Thanksgiving. Me we are Friday me ni kofona omu sisa ball and no.
Zoom Lion ne
ni Zoom Lion. AMA.
Oh, AMA na afan away na ono mo adwuma. Ono mo betim konya ya de
didi na ma ball baso.
Okay.
So adwuma ma na aso many.
Nti omu kwa ni be di aduane ni bia na.
Oh, Mugabe me wait me invite you.
Ma be hia
kakra de oba.
But we ye work say omo no
I say I appreciate you omo adwuma mo
no mo ka de.
Debi ndi omuka mo mi ndi obi aka metua December sika ho salary December metua ka
se no be di ni tem na ese
debi omo ndi ni tem won say salary ni process debi mi 21st January salary metua na 20th
away capacity papa ujina na so ase oye won rabo jelo zebra juma uti accountant ejuma so de wasa wo bo de show nkwa na asme yo fakra de motivate wo ma ye wo ye de wo ye
ne show nkwa pa ni say me akrani
wo free here wo ye region
me free St. Jamestown sa na me ma me free osu
Jamestown eni osu
so ni St.
se me pese me ye nkrani amaye den
oh simple. I say on pair or nkra oba na why no.
Na me yankra ni. Enu anu no.
No anu. So be ya u wa yo oba na gamanche. Onu be ko gamanche na ase. Na ho. It once I was at the ko gamanche onu de. U beti u back.
Enu sa na je se wo ba ko dada je se wo ya Allah akbar.
Oh, me sure.
When support and they said that the Luma had 2 wives. In a man has a boy say, it to me what about Coca. Oh, that what am I a fan coho? Because I won't say a man of my business to the home has a any discussion in free honor.
Well, I did be a person. Me fan to Jana Ghana for
achievement Roma me no
aka last one. Mugabe AMA me buy no. Yen casa ya wo yen pickups ani yen buses bi ya wo omo be bon auction and me stop here na me can call workshops my CC cars na me ka say my 6 wom
makoma ko 6
pickups ni yen van
ni na si kwan so
e di bi kwa nam
e bi na mo de na me
na yen to me branding yen cars o branding ya beje
because mo de ka can why they what to be
mature almost half.
Wow. In 8 months.
Yeah.
There's a reset, agenda na ekoso.
No, me na me be a 24-hour office first our assemblies.
Ekoso.
Ba.
And when you say honorable a yellow head with Jitamakulo. On media engagement be 3 days ago. That was Monday. Yeah. Or there to just say 24-hour economy na shall say usu this Christmas.
I mean, I shall say that.
Fuel stations in no, your filling stations in no, or more empon, or my arrangement with EMA, we are mobile.
Last week, na me no.
We need the digital market to the can see supi.
I am part. Men say EMA here 24 hours that.
Wow. 24 hours more than
24 hours no. I started night ticket. Once I want for that, and I say I will go. I may fix the light or my starting night ticket, and I go for no more.
It bad night, and then no say a fake.
Debbie. It's in person, and me person me pa me mama mo muto aje okrom say Christmas we am year juma till 31st every day everybody juma enti ticket no Sunday o Monday o Saturday o you try ticket
na so holiday dey buy
o na bi me year juma
what holidays you find you
there be year juma once our back on return there so be bola
also obesisa
bachwan
obesisa no so say tuaneka
bachwan
understand. Hi, ni papo.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic one. Opinion in the studio high, AMA of Accra, live on TVS YZ and also on Power 97.9 FM, the hottest and the biggest conversation in Ghana inside politics. No, so good so with you. Any see a few other questions if you had an army and son, Ekusi no in our Power 97.9 FM and TV SYZ. Baby, I wa we biano, Yama Fisher, Pauti and so Yama. Fisher pa sana mo landing GFM radio ne Fire Life radio America memu Virginia Apple 68 FM ya chacha munyina mo pusiga Wingpan Sampa Wende FM yene bolgafo amuti Ezebila Zeps FM mo amuti ogoso nananum 92.5 FM Eduno FM Sankore ya mamunyina Fisher pa 90.9 FM so Consumer FM Crown Kwanta ya mamunyina Fisher pa in the Bono region ya Kovuta regional capital ho so a global 105.1 FM ya mamunyina Fisher pa wuti region stations miensa nyiwa 9.7 FM okete krache KFM opasa ena Boom FM so ewo gia second ya mamunyina Fisher pa Central regional capital Cape Coast also Adom Sounds Kromo okotokraba market Fisher pa nkomamo Sounds na Rich FM wo asinfo so munyina ya mamo Fisher pa takrade for tadi munyina mo hweye sen 80 wo sharp 106.9 FM so ya mamunyina Fisher pa eziama elembele Lands and Natural Resources Minister ni krum honso mo amwo enyina se ekwe ene ne pata munyina no ya mamunyina Fisher pa adwumafo amwo maha eye resort ya mamunyina Fisher pa mo amutie in all the regions and the districts awudio ni nyina no ya mamunyina Fisher pa obi ankoso enye adwuma na onfa mo asede be ya bibia betimi akoso Black Stars goalkeeper Benjamin Asare wo enjoy show no big bro greetings me just say bibia boko wona de yeko World Cup obi antimenye opposition to wodada what I say Mugabe science and man no obi antimenye angels no my endorse dada 23 man squad you 26 man squad you your name will be included wodada sleep sa pepe enete hana Ghana 40 hana Ghana 14 sempano ye de freni panano abeka nanum nsem no wahu ne ekoso eho enti challenges ben wenya as mayor in 8 months minimse madwuma no eden course be ba se de wodi ka kan ye no na ni nyina mu no so uguso ye ni obetimi aye na o boys na be yesi o ma be we mo ba ye no wenya sa encounter ni bi pen adwadifo na an se yakwase ye from say abayi ni abese sa manfo enema ene I mean sene isikoso abra Christmas say ben
kala for mba ni okanshi tudu mba no mu no mo beti ase se ejuma na ye ni omu na ye mi se a omu frame mo kola me yo mokola me okanshi me yo na mo beti ase se ese omu kwechi no mu nton wa de ti Christmas we de se mi si omu amami ye problem pa na me dintro omu sheda my problem bia na challenges e we juma no mu say at times no o se na o person ni am anko no udi nipa na ye juma o ma directives are bia onya ni sa but udi nipa no kosuka sa mu se na wa benya ni awope na once yama we juma de upe umpo challenges baba na challenges ba kwa obe faswa ube ma sa challenges no abedani opportunity ama no eno sana eno na me hwe most of the time challenges e ba no per say party for penny for a stop me say me or menye we there Debbie obia antiti me Debbie obia antiti obia say you answer the CC for adwuma to the impression say Yakupon do pressure say obey bia na ya me do impera ma so the yard enya obebu akonta o the yard enya so obebu akonta
street lights won semano na etisen brunya be wo se kromo eye han said be ya o mo so o ma yo ma junu so mo be bia no mo ba mo be hu o mo no matimi a chomo street lights won semano say dem
First of all, met that young papa Sibium, Jumara, Your Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Or car or yeah. 24-hour economy now, a car I say we're running 24 hours. And yet I know and all the car qua. Na your lunch, your fire engineers are the Ministry of Local Energy. Acquire lunch now.
The boss.
Any Honorable Linda Akwele Okulu, Regional Minister, acquire luncheon for a high streets in Hano. Say, Kanyanu and see and so. Into high streets, no, me sure say, you're starting 50 region about. Echo you out to me say, lighting is so. Na, which me a catcher also say, almost so areas be brave. Na kakra bi na aka ye be ye ho adwuma se Ghana fo nya be ho se lighting so enra ye mame ya wasem ye one of friends say places ni bi wa ye fa ma contractors no enti wa oni Ministry of Energy akasa na omumeri no oma komutuma abom oma light me say I me light bebre masha say fix it bebre
here ya ofi ya oh the security gate no first one me nu na wa so
mema
and they am person almost
no problem
yeah but yeah Robert one say we are action man
obe hu action
me action general
obe hu action mema wa so na wa mema wa be so na wa wo dia battery
ya ntino ba kon ewo ye me pese ne ya eso na we say Mugabe uti radio so na we ye won so na wie ya se am say me capacity man me kasa ye ko me yo na nete ya no light we say amani bia we say me fee ni di kan so fee di na ansa nti mienu ba kon o first gate wono nso na second gate wono nso no eno nso mienu na wo so ba ko hwe ye ekwanum na ba kon so hwe eba ye 3 ye junction ha mo make sure say mo be so amami ansa no mako obi ahun say wo ba osu no wa makwa na afi nso osu ni mpatam no nyina kokro no nyina we de me say ye me de wo fi ha de ma ye say
wo light no me see ye nyeko ye light no wo dada
call e course say ya
call say ya
mo be so we fi me pi no nsi analyze
call e course say ya mama ye light
e ka je say Mugabe me nya capacity man di capacity ne ka say to me e di akire nti watch nti ekrumu be ye light no ibe hu se bebia ya
na me hu se ye penti krum so
we are painting me hu se ye course ni na ye wadwuma
e mini regional minister local government minister enyina
na run about to be an MCC or Christmas tree ne ma we na e woni regional minister na come
any local government minister
Honorable Ahmed.
Yes, sir.
Capacity
boss back home.
Nobody dia kron say the Pentecost ni.
Meradi.
I was here Pentecost.
David me call Solid Rock Chapel International.
Okay. Myself here man.
Reverend Dr. Chrisido Tete.
Fantastic. Kwa yankani ho.
Oya Dani.
Sankani adade.
Same thing.
The same. Very well. Nti painting na here my painting. Me dey old mommy are there evidence.
So far I hear Ridge Runabout.
Ridge Runabout. Eko omampenye dada wenye na be ko. That runabout no.
I hear Jubilee House no.
Jubilee House area ben.
Jubilee House ni me onyina media no.
Ma painting ho.
Painting onyina red and white.
Ma painting amodo.
Your door sisa no ewo media ni.
Ti wi a me ko ho de ho ya me kwan yo. Wo ye fie.
And I'm person on second so na nhwe.
I'm a circle. On evidence based.
I do graphic road. I dot is here.
Graphic road. They call Guinness Ghana Limited.
Call Accra Brewery. To Obechabi. It's here for all Muyajuma.
Almost easy.
Me feel me call.
Okay. Into painting a Hong Kong of a painting.
It's I painting Kanya. Yeah, the whole Accra. It's a minion be mu ye Madina. Obi mu ye
na be work no my baby
Mugabe after Christmas
we work wa be frame
me frame
fantastic dia na odija e Ghana for Christmas e ba amanfo etiwo na se wo ye nkrani dia wo ba ha wontumi nkosa abra wontumi enka be benchire enuanum enkrafo no dia na oti awuzaka ho ana
da be meeting kan
enkrana na abeka
gale gainya ga segbe jigbe
okay
go call ya JJMP Teshi Fen Fitai. Mother, first of all, mother was President Your Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Okay. Ichake ma fen won na chake mo. Christmas ne gbemeni ba ma mi mo fi amon yen ska ne ba yeni. Choake government chuni ojugba. Mother party onu pa fen shi. Mother bo NDC grassroots teshi. Simaka still work one woman AMA ni ambachuni Christmas there how want more revenue collectors want more revenue many ba fe painting want many ame ba nye mami ni ambakwe ake koke mukuke nuku meshpon aba fine mo na kan shika mi no ake ba pay ame o pa you te fine many men complain aka me beni jumo we are begging the youth. Those who are complaining that there is no jobs, we have created a job for you. A day is 100 cedis. Come and work. You can make some money for this Christmas. Every day when you close, we pay your money. It's 100 cedis per day. We need over 300 people to work for this Christmas.
Every day.
It's painting, any revenue collection. Youth neutral. Almost a Jumanio, a Jumaba, Pamuchoso Mumbra, Nanya. Mipa fai inyem negame nhanya afi bene no fi anu wo hwe ega wona afi bene wo chake ga afi bene
shuttle na wo kan ho asem no san sisu ho bie mu o kasa no se wo se baas no ayalolo no se be ko be ba no nyam nkranfo no yam to the simu ho no man nkranfo no mo ko didwa mo ko didwa
fa na ni magbena many men are manama hini yega many amembagana mba ijala one fair arrangement ake j by force aka sam no fair mo ke ka abaga Monday ke ya one pa 5 ken shi bi na me na regional minister ni wo kwa out best ni wa fi na ken in world Friday wo ke police bi ke GPR to bi ba fe meeting ni wo kwa gbeji ni wo ba chi ni ke jigbeji ni wo ba chi efi problem ke hanye won pa fai je wo here kai shi for ni Christmas e ba yo jugba ni mo fi am ba baga ni ba na gbe ni nyere he ni no fe won pa fai arrangement si wo ke megbe no nye wawo ni chuma yemu because keji yemu o fi am bi ba she o mi pa fai ake from Monday wo ke road map e ba nmeshi mo fi am ba na road map clear she ni hanye fe afi bene Ghana e chake fe neke afi bene you tell me bene to create more jobs no jinshi ake by 2028 what create much at least ke na ka what create much 1,000 what you there
you to know madawroma men kotina geto wo de ejane de meka se jaidi a bia one menya adwene wo de kopa adwuma no nenye sika kakra to botum no watimi adidi na aja 100 Ghana cedis a day there obetra be bia ka se jan adwumaden bia wo ko penti na wo jejeje sika do kakra enyina fu ya ye bida so ya homache 5m sire papa sire ma be pamo no ma wo munfuo mu no enya sa to na to abe o ya be na wo to abe o nyina swabo de ukọ farm early in the morning na hasu ni ade bosuwe ensanso no wion na eye o de se moyo mokawa na hwa ye kakraka mobro ene bisi omwai uyi wo no mo wio ya bre nti no ene wenye opportunity na ye bebu na se opportunity wo ho kakraka ase ma wa I mean explore yenko yenim obi anya bibinye obi ade da ho a wani mre nkofo obi ade ma body no enya adwuma se de be ya adwene na nya dan emre bebre honorable dia na odi ja ye kwan ene bronya bremi
bronya bremi me pa obi a chose obi anya ahweye
panyi bi hwe o airport e se fa ne Charles wasi wo fele wutu ma dwuma dia wodi no seke dia no no akwa akọ na wo boy dwuma papa
me dana sepa bronya bremi me pa Ghana fo nya chose anya ahweye na police fo bebre okum yani ya penifo akasa many security agencies now ya yen hihye ho a janshi bia no ya di police bi be jao janshi bia no ebi kura be hu meni se ojira ho a obo hu ban na hu mu a enye se uma dokumentu omunti na ojira ho Christmas we me pom cho se me num nsa enfan drive me num nsa enfan drive se wo drive a nyambutre bebi a pacho bebi a yaka se ko 50 no but money na ko 50 me ma declare say Christmas we a very disaster free na a very disaster free a say mini nipa na won ko no sun kasa na me pom nyina acho me pom cho de bia me kasa na me pacho a e ama fontia se but woni obi kokun tokwa na npa ni cho a hwe ni wo betumi dia ye nti me bon pa say Christmas we ye be dia ama Christmas America be hwe
na wo your program be right
me pacho
e dia program
Mugabe since I'm by office ebe see me we nyamini ye mi adimi ye
fantastic
nyamini Accra edimi ye
fantastic
eti then na metumi aya ama Yakopon ni se me danasi eti me ye Accra worship nyame ye tuntum nyame kwa
aseda yo nyame
media
aseda yo
nyame media
aseda yo nyame media meant to make a
wa ya mami
aseda
we go Pentecost song media
aseda
yo nyame media
aseda yo nyame
media meant to make a wa ya mami
mo
adia wa ya mami
mo
adia wa ya mami
mo
adia wa ya mami
hear me
meant to make adia wa ya mami.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
So let us any papa babo. Better say for your time.
Thank you. Amen.
You need papa be na sha say wa film.
Amen.
And you mo nyina na tie ase.
Ampa.
Afese say na nyakopon wa shira so.
Amen.
Na ye bodin ne ye pe wo ma bo adwuma e wo this administration a me wo as mayor no so odin be piem say mayor we wo bo adwuma wo say ye bo na ba so.
Amen.
Na memo ahoden ne nkwatenten won hire wo bosuan wo fie mo hire utima won ne mo eye adwuma de bonsam hyehyɛ bia hwetwam e wo dima fo nyame ne di onko so no onye okese omo adwene ne nyansa e di odwumadie na bibia nkonkan e wo di mo
asana mekono honorable Ernest Adomako
Kion
oyeminia
wani watacha nkoko pa
anti Saturday we o chenkuko
wahu asama me
ama ekrafo
wahu ti oza me kaso
honorable Ernest Adomako asa ye bi mu
wasa be chenkoko
won
we ne yakura no woche
won say
ya wona chama Yusuf no
ohwa
so chairman
ohwa
wonu so chenkoko wonu so Friday
chama Yusuf
na Tuesday chama Yusuf a udwan bra opposition kwa na bre dwan
Odibeba.
Oche niema o. Za brante mo.
You see this time oche 5,000. Nkukọ ni emu.
Ekunafo.
Ne de bia o. Enti nipa nkofo cho se obia benye bi. Enti obia ba omuntu omubo. Na honorable Ernest Adomako.
Na wo beche de.
Oh Mugabe me ye widows program. Me meba ko enso me ye widows program me wo ye me ni
Ghetto boys so come do mo.
Oh my me ghetto boys my
ghetto boys me do.
Besa oh my let me Mugabe me for street no so.
What is
my
we do me for ni the needy ones no nyankafo no.
Mugabe me invite you.
Oh me baby I me invite you.
Me invite you because I think either 28 and answer on the first no many cripple for conform many afra be say many omuntrasi na minya sa experience
no obo ma nya mishira wo
nti many omu betu say didi e wo ye me for
ko say nya mi wo mo pa
ko nya mi anka me nam he
ka wo ye hwan
me wa me be papa nya roni so me papa nya nanado me papa nya otufo me papa nya mi pe na me ni dane so I'm asking council. Mugabe, I'm sure. Thank you.
Very well. Yedibesi ya. Yeda ho simeti ho mane afa abafo nka to ne aba yeba. Beto Kofi Abusu apanyine ene eye Haruna Amaliba nkan. Yeba sisi ya.
I'm pleased to introduce to you Cancer Mixture, a herbal mixture for arthritic pain.
Arthritis, it's me. Cancer Mixture, no Cancer Mixture, no Cancer Mixture.
Yerba Biara no drew Morio ya or arthritis. Cancer mixture, obey your juma when you put your inside. I'm a place in the grand.
And if you do dinner, menu on your map, you for your button, a woman, one menu for. First, baby, I'm from one Sanka, Senior Susan, Bonnie Biara, home doctor, and I report to FDA Med Safety App Nodo.
And Katui, FDA, App Nodo.
Now, again, I obey ya, or that for my son here from
Oh, Miss Entry, also ya rea titi be ben fiepi, now so, Niamun yonoda, Semicho, no who dramata, me no shea, ebe young one.
Meaning, say, what also time for Hexa capsules, any Hexa mixture, Yanum Bom Kutia or Sanubia Mano Anum, and can want on da also Drodi, and one Hexa capsules, any Hexa mixture.
And come in
also a kura, a toya funo, any and sunumu, etuma we funo ekikawa, what the one any, also it to me, Emma, we checko, a bra wedi di every. So how a also there, compare Hexa capsules, any Hexa mixture, Nanum Bom, now ebeto.
Pedro Tua, ko Okanshi Drug Lane, Kumasi Dani Hebal, Takradi AA Mensa, Anafre 020-3822-855. Appear for about Tanya Wama on more friend for any more flower when you fear you know and come. Hexa capsules and in a mixture.
Also time for FDA Aji Edwedian Kratui Atom.
Hi. Now let me tell you about Safari Valley Eco Resort, the first of its kind in West Africa. Upon your arrival, you are introduced to your butler, who plans your itinerary.
We were surrounded by wildlife from the moment we entered the eco park.
So many activities, all in the same premises. Visit the gym or the stables, they have it all. At my break, I'm able to practice my putting.
We also went fishing on a man-made canal. Our tour guides taught us so much about the wildlife and how to interact with them.
They used only electric vehicles here. This creates a serene environment. I'm told it's over 1,000 acres. My cabin here sits on 2 acres with a large terrace space overlooking my private swimming pool. Now this is royalty. They have their own farms, thousands of fruit trees. I can also have my lunch here at the waterfall. Quite a beautiful place you have here.
Visit Safari Valley Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
Brebo eye ejumada. Ebwa eyam eduane. Ebwa eyi insa free ni peduani. Na ebwa woni pedua ma etena ho yi. Nanso, woni mi say niema a yedi na ye no. Timi ma brebo ye ejumaden sen pote.
Mehunda. Me brebo ye juma pa. E bia se me tumi ye bibi bo me brebo.
Ani, and waiting on what the live here from the Moses Clinic, we have our center about herbal food supplements. We see pa the brebo, ama e ye juma ye.
Na, ye juma.
Fatopa ye no, anopa ni enumre. Na eboma brebo ye juma ye. Sani ebeya, ebetimi anyam aduane awodi, esiesie ni peduane mo enyi mo kinsi.
Eno na me brebo kia pa.
Ubenya Life Kid or pharmacy, herbal shops, no supermarkets are ebenho. Sa wopedu do so to a 0244 06 8447. Life Kid, wa brebo, wa woni pedua. Edro yi enye ma apemfo, e ma ema omomanofo, ne mmofo a wonya mfie dumie. FDA agi dwedie krato yi atum.
The serene environment fits into the goal of the school, which is simply to provide excellent educational foundation for your ward's development before they commence primary education. At first glance, clearly you will see why the school is called Hebron Hills International School, as the building stands tall overlooking town. With a Montessori style, we have experienced and dedicated staff and trained teachers. Our small sizes classrooms are meant to enhance teacher-focused approach where children get one-on-one attention from the teacher. Hello there. We are open at 7:30 a.m. and school closes at 2:30 p.m. After school care is from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. while early drop-off can be arranged at 6 a.m. Hebron Hills International School is located at Midye off the Nsawam Road. Locate us with GP postcode GW0688 Ga West and GPS code 06884870. You can contact the school and make further inquiries on 050-876-2375 or call the office directly on 0302-918768. Email us at hebronhills.school@gmail.com. Hebron Hills International School. Excel and shine.
If I cry na menyisika, edia ye mefui.
Ehin fa pa na menya bosia, edia tre medwuma yimu.
Kai cry mabre, me busia ato taxi fufu. Suhum Rural Bank.
Suhum Rural Bank.
Yema mwakwa baba Suhum Rural Bank. Ye won hyehyɛ ahodoɔ bi te sɛ dwadifo abosia, ekoko abosia, susu account, and it does wɔ hɔ savings account, me bada chain savings account, and the akeka ho. Suhum Rural Bank was 03422919896. Na won so wetumi aka sɛ
Suhum Rural Bank ama ene mayeka una.
Suhum Rural Bank enti me pa minie.
Suhum Rural Bank, growing our heritage.
Order for my more kwaba na yenso awoni yen ebedi nhyiamu eye Divine Hope Herbal Center yase ekese ewo Kumase Mekru ebusia kru ajanhye ho ena yase ekese ebutuo ena wie ye numere ye ne wadi nhyiamu na yedu pa ye de abadwaman so Ghana nyina obi aka ho asem ene ye ne wo ebedi hu nkomo ye ne wo ebeka ho asem se ne be ya baabi awo bi a ewo Ghana ha empo samanone ena wo hwe en true Facebook a ye no ba be din komoi de me ba be boso yade a me ba be ka ho asemi me pacho uyo bi a wo sa yade bi anase sa challenges u komu bi a eduro yi before me no be kasa be wi no numbers egu screen so no fa ne frɛ ye be kyerɛw ba bi a wo nsa betumi aka bi wo nso a code bi ka ho a wo de be no maduro no ye be kyerɛw de wo de be ka ho a wo be no ma yade a me be boso no wo betumi ade ho ede afi hu eduro dini ene wo chia herbal powder eduro ni ochia herbal powder edro na Ghana nyina obi aka ho asem edro we na Ghana nyina obi adi ho adanse esane se adwuma wawaso a edro yi ebo no ano odene ejetu ato etise ye na se gya ne hyewo a obeba mepacho yo obi asisi yade ewo so uyo obi a usisi muta tutu pa uyo obi a usisi ne ka ne ho a ene wutimi kura wo tenase a agese yaso mu ne ye de watenase ana bosa wo te wo na wo so de a agese yakukuru ene ye de wagina ho ochia herbal powder mepacho unya adrei baako ade gu nso mute eye ensuohye enye ne hyehye pa da bi sede unu muti no wo ye ensuohye ne saa mumu udi guma wannom ne baako anapa baako anumiri mepacho sisi yade bia wo so no unya aduro bi no mu anyame tumi ewe aduro mu nti na wosisi yade no na ekọ mepacho uyo obi asisi yade no waje atum wa won support stombu a won support shata na su da bia do wosisi yade eje akinye se wo ensuo to na wo ba wosisi yade ka no ho a obi ankoda wo de bo ho asafo hene wo ye be ma akora de awasem mo bo wosisi na de bo ho asafo hene utimi nyima chi yi wasanso adane Mr. Otua eyo chia herbal powder me pacha onya binom na wusisi yade a enye japade a wagede ato ho so a wode bo ho asafo hin se wode a wo ba na wusisi ka no ho a obi anwane nkonkoda no me pacha oyade eyo chia herbal powder ena wo se wutimi nom na wusisi yade no wutimi de wodi firi maame ebi a wo so sisi yade nti wutimi nkodwa so ukodwa so kura na so oton ade we na wo so de a na ya asem eyo chia herbal powder me pacha pharmacy shop herbal shop on sabetimi akabi wo ye bema sisi nti wutimi nyinamu yi wo ye bema sisi yade nti wutimi performe tiemi ye bema bia me pacha sisi yade wo sisi mu haw wotimi mu adwuma ye wotimi performe ni abayo bi pie ye ko jiegu abayo suma abayo ya fili woni abayo ni free baabi okojigu abayo no so ode ni kofie no abayo ni tiribu nyina wo se enne de wa krachi na mana fili no ono so mana kwa fili bi na krachi du abayo ni junction a wasi abayo ni se onken onkenkeda abayo ni se minkeda sei wasi da bi mehwe wa wabre wasi membre ye wasi da bi kenekekeda oboa osuro owo sisiem hawo etu onu so de abayo ni kofie pe match no belusu obegu meme nyina nu mase etu wasi won kene okonkeda me pacho unya ocha eba powder nyum esa wusisimu yade a be ma woni abayo pie na ukotua udu abayo ne junction a unsinu nka nche ne se onkene okenkeda ne mo beka se yenkenkenkeda abayo no so beje osampa yenkeda eyo chia herbal powder me pacho nya binum wonso a wodi ekoko me pacho mfa woni ba bia koko afifiri wo yo ba wo ye bema e bia koko nti utapsa woni obi apsa na ni saa entwere kuagua wo huni ye obi nsu koko nti ni yam eta bom oboni yam ebom kunkunguru saa eyo chia herbal powder e bia wonso koko nti utakwan wo munum da bia me ka kire so obi koko nti ubeti onkohu apietus onkohu qubit enko sia se de yesifa ye biti na so da bio de ni minimu bo biti enka Christmas yi Christmas banga na so ni minimu yetimi chimu software so we ena wo hia me pa cha wonya binom a we biti no wo de wodi fa nkokoto Spotify uploadi ochia herbal powder unya binom a me pa cha kokko bia ama wo kwan wo minimu no obedi wo de afiri wo ba wo su kokko afifiri wanim watchi makeup sa da wantchi makeup a obepie uni ebisa wo se na ho anie me pa cha ochia herbal powder bema kokko nti wo bema na twom tiemiye ebinom frane a eya no mo so mpeso mo bema no eye kese ochia herbal powder sa wono mu a emma wo bema nye kese dembom so anya kokko ena ama wo bema na twom aye lengelenga nye sa na nyame de bo wo se de onwumtuni ne kan no nye sa na nyame bo me bibribei efrihi wedi akitwa yi efrihi eye kokko etunya binom a me pacho kokko yade abema ma abema na twom no esa kokko yade na ma na kono na esan so twi bema no e de aba na watimi aginam apimie eti bema kokko ntiama obema na ye lengelenge me pacho waduro ni ochia herbal powder oba wo so wafichirikomu hawo edu afichirikomu a obobna ene utimi kamu sama yeri asinyiro bi atonga oba wo so me pacho bi a wafichiriko na meye etimi bible atremo bu akura 6 months ni ohuda eyochia herbal powder musa ema no na numbers na gu screen so me pacho fa uyo oba wafichirikomu hawo a ye kire wade a wode beka ochia herbal powder no ho a obenumu a me pacho wafichirikomu hawo no ebeba said ye wo setimi ba normal eti eyochia herbal powder edu emi pacho sei enete esemu baako 50 eduonum obu okodro store na se pharmacy shop a okoso okoto baako sei ana oto baako sei me pacho emwa ukwa se box no na obetimi ato a 50 je se wo na wutimi box na 50 no wosi enche maw 25 na jefa ko me pacho sisi yade kono madurei koko kono madurei be ma sisi yade nti wutimi performe wadroni me pacho be ma koko nti be ma na twum wutimi nyinamu yie wadroni bronya ne ye kwa akodie no abochi ni bese burunya me pacho burunya ya kwa akodie bema entua kwa debi bema woba na ebi kura wa hye udate se burunya yi eno bema wa fili o twen de yi ayo chia herbal powder misinya bi na wunya bi wi a abayo na nkasa bebo ne nsema ma mo wotimi nko ayo chia herbal powder me pacho edure pharmacy shop any herbal shop nyina wonsa betimi akabi Ghana fana be bia ye ton aduro bia wonsa betimi akabi me pacho wo Madina mpatam ba bia Queen Bubune Race Junction baby a gas filling station wono me pacho on sabetimi akabi Queen Bubu na so e ba ko so e wa chimota new overhead on sabetimi akabi La Paz important be bia wo bia Angel FM second important be bia wo bia Kesben FM on sabetimi akabi me pacho Kofodia Gapson Pharmacy on sabetimi akabi mo so am wotema na naboache on sabetimi akabi e bia na mentimi a mo ba bia wo no gie number ine frɛ yɛn ofe e be kyerɛ wo ba bia on sabetimi aka otwea herbal powder e bia nom e ma wo sisi yade no ade hu de afiri wo ye na PK Gumbila ewo temale medas Mugabe me pacho ye number no 0591 56 55 57 0591 56 55 57 and your second number no so 0550 63 90 37 0550 63 90 37 and your last number no 0551 229281 Ochia heba powder ejetu yato entise jane shewa obeba Mugabe.
But that's a dog for your time. Ochia heba powder no from hope heba center and amoti omonka ene ewie na divine hope for mo boy juma pa na ene higher she Kofi Abusuan panyina ba Haruna Amaniba ono so aba na higher she nyina che say ni pakuna nkasa no Accra Mayor no we champion we champion hwe doma che say ende man hwe yi a omobaji show ni nyina afa me panel members no so aba na opanyi ba kwa ono ote se Mayor wa ha no so se dabi se Mayor Fred dom say enuma ba jomama aban papa ba ma enuma ba ma mabunu and the ghetto boys me encourage mo obi anko obi a woni adwuma ye ment na fi brunya bei e wo se wudi brunya ne peche na wo reset na bibia ekonkan na opanyi mema ono abonidin na obabi ofiri a oba wondi wo twam na wo tie stage in ye ote papa ni no se dabi media minimum ane tu su ha sama ma me kwan ama man kasa anya ade a mekọ ene Ewrade kasa obenye memo akwa ba TVS was it and Power FM ye more official pa that's it adawre man wa ma one so ama me
yo but
obenye we dey say
Alfred Alote Gezi
obenye we ye hwan
me MC for Kole Clote
MC for Kole Clote abai na MC for awo eye Kole Clote
baby a station we
nti high wasase
masase
fantastic
mina abai se me hwe so na ma hanye
fantastic man
fine
fantastic fantastic ye mo akwa baby
yo
fantastic eya benifo se ewie ye de yetia wona waba beto yen ewo ha good news ben na wo de nam ene awia BPM TVS was it the Power FM sana mabegya for atnas
Mugabe da wase se me bae wa ma me kwanya se menimi kofo nkasa wonum say ye festive season mu
fantastic
nyama bebre wo ho say ye PCC municipality na ho ye fine
fantastic
ye di adwuma bebre ato ho ama embabu no
fantastic
so mo mbra no mbebo aye
adwuma ba
ye pra ye kept painting I want you to paint yes you chrome ye bezi pa person ye be nyam ye do ye got me ye bibia kama ba ye pe bembo in the youth se si omo fi a omo ni bibi poten ye so omo bra ombeboa na nsesi na bibi wa ye de mu bia
oba onkokwa ti mu penipa be sen ye wo Kole Clote ha
ye nya ni ba be between 150 and 200 my
dey bia mo be isu
be so mo wo what various what no mo ma ye dwuma ama municipal na IFA
tine mbre bi betimi aba ma ba papa bi aba ma mo tena radio se mebu no mra no mo ye mo adwuma
sa ye mfa mo bia the one say we scafi municipality and metropolis na o say ska no ye dey tena ho a nti me no won e ho no on be no mo mbra no be adwuma na informal no mo say mfaso aba government no
qualification be answer no betimi aba
we qualification ni ho o wa hoden a wa sorry a wutim pa o nanya wo ya David bra o wa hoden o betimi de aye adwuma wutim pa o nanya wo ya uba
when they pay kenkran na say wo ye wi a je say bosume so
David there we are ye the scanning show we are daily waiting near the show nsa on wako the following day wa baby Sani eh.
Ehian se obeba.
Obeba.
Maka ne se keke.
Ya kan sha ben. Ombro no beka.
Eno kan on kan ka se mo beka ne se na chiro.
Wo ho ebe. Oho. Nye ba ya. Nye ba wa ni wo fen wa ya. Wo no fia no kan shi din.
Mo ra me penti.
Mo be penti. Won to sama. Ona mai wo muji. Nyumwenye. Gbeji ahe fen wo muji. Ewo won sa. Won bear, won paint cap say, won humami. Ma won ga ho ake. Ni won fe wo sumo ni abaya back. Na ya wo je mu je ha wo. Mo fia mo kan ma fon shi ko na mo kon fe no ko ni eja e che robe fon. Alo ko mu je. Che what we say. Ko na ni mu ji etika ye heko. Che what we say ni oba lo, ni oba sa. Ko ni mo che mi e, oba ni o che mayor. Nke mayor won tune together, won to make sure ake Accra Central eche efe fale wonye ba wa yute wo ye ke hanye nyenye ye ke hawo wonye ba ko mochu ni ma afi fale hawo wo so nye ba tachi bro nya ne sa mo fi ama ye nuko wo fi wo chu nuko wo kan ba chu wo ba yi wo ma make throughout ne you are don
better say honorable we dey ni bi
Alfred Alotegezi
fantastic e baba office
yo bronya nele be no nyele bo no fi ole wo wasumo ko no fi amaye bronya ne
bronya e homo
bleu mi wasumo mo kwa apla wasumo ni hinti bake ni aba ana mi ashohi ni ba nye bokutu ni nya ni mi ashenyi shi ka fi anu ko ni ba gba mana
e be da se ba an kan fo no musisi yen because mudi homo na musani aba be di Christmas what they say ya mi aso je
over the nglo coming after here in fact me nyewu here moto kani bi ye wo me no wonyu ogba nya wo kwa wo no ogba because moto bi e be kuma ni dia me fa me twoni e ko na me to na me he nyi anyede wo ko na ni moto mba o fa ni foe no kwe ko no shina kwa kaba. You are done.
Fantastic. Better say for your time. Live on TV SYZ and also on Power 97.9 FM. Wotie earlier on wotie honorable Eyeni Papo Enka Akrameyo NSC and so wasante opinion so Enka. Wa sabre ya dwedie abijofo Emre Ason Kofi Abusha penyini Atnase sanso ena eye Amaliba ono so Atnase. Me baby di enkomo na yahwe sene oman no betumi afa ne tuma pefri asante mewura otufo se to otekokoso eno obepie mu wom eye Jubilee House ema eja wodi nanu disem report no wodi ni nyina ebae efa eye kusasefo ne yenuane mamprisifo no omo etumi sinkonya hwe ma bibia etumi eko enkan yetie nsemo eye otufo se to otekokoso asante mewura odi tudwa ye wi afei Amaliba ayekrado Kofi Abusha penso ayekrado ne eti omo so ensema Monso ebeka ene ewientini yenti asantemawura otumfo setu a otekokoso.
The Constitution of Ghana 1992 came into force with the Kusasis in place as the rulers of Boko. Asigri Abugrago Azoka was Bokunaba, and by virtue of that he enskinned all the divisional chiefs in the Kusasi traditional area. Article 270 clause 1 of the Constitution provides that the institution of chieftaincy, together with its traditional councils as established by customary law and usage, is hereby guaranteed. So the position of Asigri Abugra Azoka seemed to have been frozen in time by the 1992 Constitution, until one Alhaji Ibrahim Adam Zambio mounted a challenge in the present Supreme Court. This 2003 action instituted by the man process before the Supreme Court, seeking to invoke its original jurisdiction, was discontinued without liberty to reapply under Article 270 and 277 of the 1992 Constitution and the Chieftaincy Restoration of Status of Chiefs Law, 1983 PNDC Law 75, which had then been repealed by the Statute Law Revision Act 1996, Act 516 in 1996. On Tuesday, the 29th day of April 2003, the Supreme Court of Ghana provided what legal analysts believe to be finality to the question of the Boko skin. The ruling was very short and yet profound. Report says, the application to discontinue is granted but without liberty to apply PNDC law, liberty to apply under PNDC law 75 and Article 270 and 277 of the 1992 Constitution. cost of those days 10 million to the first defendant. Signed, G.K. Akwa, Justice of the Supreme Court, T.K. Aziz, Justice of the Supreme Court, S.A. Brobe, Justice of the Supreme Court, S.G. Beidu, Justice of the Supreme Court, Dr. S. Chum, Justice of the Supreme Court. Apparently, on the morning of the hearing of the matter, the plaintiffs instead sought leave to discontinue the case. The leave was granted, but the court directed that no one should come back to that court again pursuant to Articles 270 and 277 of the 1992 Constitution, the matter of the restoration of Abugrago, Azoka, and all other sub-chiefs under PND's Law 75. Under the 1992 Constitution, the Supreme Court has final authority to make such pronouncements, and only that court can review its decisions under certain circumstances. I've gone to great length to review the history of various legal resolutions of the matter and the involvement of the various military regimes to show that this matter has traveled a long, tortuous legal and political journey. In spite of the efforts of various courts and governments, the Memphis did not give up their claims, and the Kusasis did not relent in their efforts to assert their independence.
Very well. Not just a enradi, of course, or no. Kofi Abuja Penny Atana, my memo aquaba, Isha and so I chair, Mijisa Bujan for, and will be a way. Position microphone here, and mammy, Naja Casagum, and mammy. Obi, Muga, we be able to call Body, I don't move nobody, and I said, the Chaco Eddie Bedro. Yes, Yeshia and I'm the last year, Muto. Last year, that was in Kumasi, Kumasi by Yeshia, maybe Abba and I will dodge. I'm the Debbie, Yeshia, your call. Meeting be baby. Yes, I know. Yes, Conaby. I'm the bear 1 year. Exactly. In share be fantastic. Fantastic. I'm the yes, the Yamias yes, share. Fantastic. Fantastic. Now what is the Lanka? Oh, the land there. Monday, no. Me call Peace FM. And also call UTV. Oh, the Mushia. It's a real Asia and a bonko. Chama General show. Yes, yes. On one by there. On one. So, no, oh, my could show soon and say, oh, good. Oh, come, Chama General, come. Very well. So, you John Bone to us, come. And pay once. Minia Amaliba, Senior, Memoquaba. Majoso, Biaboko, dear. Biaboko, Panawe. Fantastic. Senior Yimiama, Brampini, near so if you are joining, come back to UK. Me frewa, and I just be binting on my friend. If you ask them now, we feel Jadaho. That's true. That's true. Jada, when I'm a friend, I said, become with you as a man who you are no walk candy and so can ask a man. No crap. And it is here if you are joining, dear. Good to me, Befi. That's it. And I'm a boy. Fantastic. Minim se kofina besha so wo de ja se wo free boko na agaru me free boko okay me ma me free boko man hini fie okay oh okay so the Zubrana is my blood uncle direct yen chen kra oh and me papa nkasa free on say I don't know whether you've used the boko to Garu route. Yeah, I know that route. ABC, ABC sign a little goonies. That stretch. No. From Boku, when we are going to Garu using the main road. Misiga barrier. From Misiga you go to Zabok. From Zabok to Bogor corner. Okay, no branch on Sunday Benkun. Okay. Na Garu corner the street. Two branch Bogor corner na. The first town Bogri. Okay. And the capital of your division. Okay. Bogre, you go to Bognateng. Okay. The other communities before you get to a place called Bulpilis. Okay. Before the forest, then you proceed to Bashon. Oh. 19 Papa Free Bulpilis in the Tempane district. Fantastic. So free, and then all in the Upper East. Yeah, all in the Upper East region, and all in the Kusa jurisdiction. Exactly. Fantastic. So mother and the father side, me 100% Kusa. Yeah. Oh, good. And as Antimero to force you to take a course, the other two. Emma, Sessan say John Dramani Mahama, on one Becca in Ensem. Na Sena we see Huno, FI, Monyam of freedom, and I say, say, and a movie see Akano. Muga, my memo Hana, Minchia, Minia Penny, Bushan Penny. The Minchia Bushan for Ajebre, a Viena, Minchia Miami Krumofo, the good people of Boko Central and the entire Cossack state. Honestly speaking, Menkane, the Cossack independence was attained in 1958, a year after Ghana's independence.
During colonialism, and all the facts are clear, through the system of indirect rule, certain chiefs were imposed in other part of the country where the Cossack area too was part, because we share said the sociologists sociologically and anthropologically society was acephalous. Near acephalous state, a stateless state, a communities where every unit is independent of its own, led by a particular head, I will lead that family. This kind of societal arrangement, was very common before colonialism. And you remember, if you read Things Fall Apart, Chinua Achebe also asserted the same thing about the Igbo state when they were living peacefully before the arrival of the white man. That is how our society was. Abrofunu Bedru, from the early 1900s through George Akem Ferguson, a surveyor who went to explore the northern part of Ghana for the colonial expansion. Through the treaties of signing and others. But let me make it clear there. Ansan Abrofunu Bedru, the northern part of Ghana, we had 3 centralized states in the northern part of Ghana. The Banya state, made out of the modern day Gonja land, okay, and then communities around. The Dagomba or the Dagbang state, our big brothers, the Dagombas, and also the Mamprugu state, led by the Nairi at that time. So we had 3 major main kind of centralized state system on that award enough. But we the Kusas between the Mamprugu and the Maase state in the present day Burkina Faso, we were acephalous, meaning we didn't have a centralized system of government. So let me narrow down my conversation, but because of time. During the 1930s, there was a guy called D.C. Sam. Convening the first conference in Boko, and as part of the agreement, it was determined that the Kusas agree, so your brothers here who are chiefs. So if they want to be the agent of the white man, that white man, the interest in Shema, we are prepared to listen to the white man. And when that agreement was made, they didn't even know that indirectly they were asserting themselves under the reign of the Mamprusis. And don't forget that the Mamprusis were just their head in Boko, but they were not ruling the Kusases. That fact was made clear and made forcefully. So, Abra, that arrangement in the course, they started using the powers of the white man to maltreat the Kusases. But there were resistance. And Ubroni Naka, who are you to challenge Ubroni Asam? And everybody lived in the awe of the white man. Eventually, when the independence struggle began in 1958, Kwame Nkrumah and the CPP do the northern part of Ghana, and the effort was to claim independence from the white man. And so Yang Kusasa also agree, say, so Kwame Nkrumah bana obeje fa hudi ama Ghana for dia, and there yes also yebeni Kwame Nkrumah ben nanti se be oje fa hudi maya, yes also yebeje fa hudi so free ahohoa abetra yeso. Ghana finally became independent in 1957. But before Ghana became independent, Boko Kenya now Yamamprusininu Efrim. So about 4 of them call Nairi ho Ewan Nalirugan Mokopre Hindi as to who will lead Boko. So before Ombe free Boko Abaron, the Kusasis also gather and selected a Sigri Azoka Aborago the first. So Wanone Omo Henia Omo Eino. That created a problem in the area. So, looking at the tension at that time, the colonial governor at that time, Lord Listowell, who said, "Why ye be for one? A bit me the way about." So, a convene a foreign commission, nipa mi and some motna asem no so. My grandfather, Asigri Aborago Azoka the first, only here the lead witness on the part of the Kusasis. Yaku, is it Yirimia and Baumia Papa Krampo was part of people who give testimony, and then Nairi also sent a rep to the committee, to the commission in Boko. Omobo who Omo Inano Koben Kromo say the Kusas are the rightful heirs, and therefore they should be allowed the Bokunaba to govern his people as tradition requires. But Omo Ntiasie and a pretty for the court. The district court then, through a more sort of right application, overturned the Commission of Inquiry report. But the Kusasi proceeded to the appeals court at the time, which was the highest court of the land. Justice Van Lee, Justice Kukosa, and Justice Granville Sharp, Omo Motana Assembly, so, and Omoji Tunu say, Commission of Inquiry report, actually did a good job, and therefore the status quo should prevail. And my grandfather ruled his people from 1958 to 1966, when Kwame Nkrumah government was overthrown by the NLC regime. So NLC regime do Kwame Nkrumah buying free one. They promulgated a law called NLC Decree 112, and all the NLC Decree 112 year him for P. If you are him for them, fits a Kwame Nkrumah and impose one. Where the Kusas also became a victim of the circumstances because they thought, say, my grandfather was imposed on Boko as a result of Kwame Nkrumah and the year. But that wasn't the case. This matter continued all the way to 1984 when, before Grandpa passed away, through petitions after petitions to government, the PNDC government led by Jerry Rawlings noticed the injustice which was done to the Kusas through the promulgation of the PNDC NLC Decree 112. And PNDC government, and promulgated law. That's the PNDC Law 75, the Restoration of Chieftaincy Decree, PNDC Law 75. And someday, my grandfather ever back, but he passed away, and then the bar Zurana Asiri Nabana, Ebedi Adi, and that continued till today. Yeah, 42 years. The 2003, Abra NDC, government led by Jerry Rawlings, Efria Kunyashono, the man process went to court. They sued my uncle at the Supreme Court. Nti Omodi sued no koyano. They presented all their facts. The Kusas also present their facts, led by Cletus Avoka. And when the Supreme Court listened to both parties, they are no Bema ruling, and no one can call back Mampusi for and say they are withdrawing the case. Yakubu was angry, so he led the Mampusi to sue my uncle. So they withdraw. So the Supreme Court made a very profound declaration as captured by his. There was a judgment. There was a judgment in 2003. As captured by Nana Santihine. Yes, Nana Santihine to force it to the second Ekayano. The Supreme Court saying the application to withdraw is granted but without a liberty to reapply. And Article 2 of the Constitution, the Supreme Court Emma orders now only say that order no only to moi. In the case of the president, in fact, it constitutes a high crime. And Article 2 of the Constitution, when the Supreme Court gives orders and you disobey that orders, it constitutes a high crime under the Constitution. In the case of the president, a sufficient ground to remove him from office, same as the vice president. Now, so about the citizens now, only party can go to prison for 10 years. And after 10 years, you are not qualified or you become ineligible to hold a public office for another 10 years and see the expiration of your 10 years prison term. You get that? Now, Mugabe, so we should claim and Nana Santihine Kasana or make a statement, be very profound. And let me elaborate on this. Or say the Nairi say Boku Yenedia. Now say Boku Yenedia, I will claim dia. Then, as a student of law, I have read a case called Ohemen versus Ajay, which was adjudicated in the Supreme Court in 1957 by his learned lordship at that time, Raphael Olenu, JSC as he then was, on my 4 grounds on allodial title to a land. One, you must conquer the people. And when you conquer the people, automatically the land becomes yours. And you hold allodial title thereof. 2, that land must have been an empty land and discovered by a hunter or a descendant of the stool and their subsequent occupation of that land. You get it? Yeah. Number 3, the land must have been a gift to the stool. In fact, all these 4.9, the authorities, but for time I can't go there. It must have been a gift to the stool. And 4, it must have been purchased by the stool. I remember more. There was an issue between Monet and Kwamufie. And then for the period for the Kuma, there was an arrangement to that, right? Good. In a Kwapem land, if you go there, do something. Oh, and if Nairi of Mampru is claiming Boko, say Ayana, the question is, did you conquer it? Did you discover it as an empty land without occupant? Did you purchase it or it was a gift to you? Well, so if you look at all these historical facts grounded on law and judicial precedents, Nana Asantehene couldn't have done a better job than what he brought yesterday. It further cement what some of us have held, the view we have held. So there is no case at all in Boku when it comes to matters of this kind.
I mean, how was the atmosphere?
The atmosphere back home was calm.
Upper East.
Yes, it was calm, peaceful. But see, 2003, a British Supreme Court did that rule in the Bayano. The Zugulana of Kosa, my uncle, ever invited Manpris for say the Mampu community in Boku. So, we appoint to be Fanambra. Yes, exactly. Now, we are part of the Kosa Traditional Council so that we can build Boku and live in peace. Almost said that, Yampene. But, Mami Wikra, you see, Mugabe, let us call a spade by its name, not a big spoon. They took advantage of Elijah Muhammadu Bawe being a Mampusi and the vice president to install a chief illegally, which Asantehene mediation report has confirmed. We are not going to countenance to any kind of illegalities. I leave that to the government and the law enforcement agencies because Asantehene didn't mention words yesterday. I brought some report to However, your hands are open. Our brothers who are in the Mampu community in Boku, for all you know, senior, all the ballot box could see what necessary to abandon determine whether or not they want the conflict to continue. They will tell you, say, we have nothing to do with it. Majority of the Mampu community in Boku doesn't like the war. It affects children, it affects women, it affects vulnerable people. People want to live a free life and make living in Boku such a thriving commercial town.
Very commercial.
And all that we are saying is that we want peace to prevail so that Boku can recover its past glory. Let us build Boku and make it a better place for all of us to live in. No, so nobody wins and nobody loses because we are brothers and we need to live together in peace.
Exactly.
That's all.
Thank you very much. Kofi Abushra, opinion over to you.
Yeah,
Simon Boku issue.
Yeah, Nichia, Unamichia, Minia Maliba, now production team near Sheffield. Muga, what's a offi edgy? Na opahine kase wiepe na insu nyina asa ana opahine gbarewia na insu nyina asa na twena mentwe so emakora ebo na patapa pieto nso wode mra na wo yere won sem bebere a wo bebum
yes
obune obi yade na wo yere won sem bebere a say so far no na yek bonimran wo omanyi mo ni say King Solomon of our time, Utumfo was 75 second. Where the 75 years, na years who 55 years,
20 years
difference. Uber warriors had difference in a year.
Nana was 75.
Nana was 75. Na year no 55. Lady, yes, or 55.
That's good.
It was one Namoso Fatano. And the man Utumfo no, oh yes, sharp. Look at him, say already report on no chest space. Or yes, sharp. 75 at the age of 75. Abu Papukura or Mero singing. What is our sorry demon dadwa?
Nana Piao.
Nana Warfare. Why are the
who's a member for the whole day?
Now, June for
the May, right?
Yes, 6 May. But I did the birthday the following 2 days after we did the birthday.
Next year, 6 May, no,
76 years.
And
Ojina announce pa or yes, sharp. Na adwene ye adwuma
papa
na nimdie wo ho
sa adwene ye adwuma sa abodi ne mre
yes and another no Mugabe so share okwan of fast already report na say ye well researched report and already wo ho take time no ye adwuma ye into your colonial time amane ba abobobo eyi kakra so I won't go there good. Enti se Supreme Court nso ma order woni hina obebu so enti da na oyene ba ko na so tetete wo ko no ba say because of mediation on the peace for the sake of peace o say oyene mra o metina so o me fa ni nimidie ni ade meka na yiri sa na wo frɛ no boko na ba enya the autism say no so ontena so the friend boko na ba good so mra o say asemba kokoro kan me de wo o say even so opera boko na ba emma no table bi wɔ office wɔ na ahemfi dɔ ntena ho ɔmo nyɛ adwuma together ɛsɛ sɛ
that order is to Nairi to take Seydou Abare,
yes,
who has been classified, who have been declared illegal to go back to Nairi,
yes,
to perform any traditional route that Nairi will assign to him.
Assigned to him,
yeah, at Nairi, but not Boko. Or choose to live in Boko as an ordinary citizen.
Choose to live in Boko, no you're free.
For the statement,
sir,
live in Boko as an
ordinary person. Not assumed. Sir, oh, there is a there be a one so Boko no about will be an evidence and count. So I say for the sake of peace, sir. Nti asabni nyina ne kura no waka no said the president issue 2-page statement or can say within 24 hours or the baba President Mahama enne ejina ha ye bebo abaso esa say ye bo President Mahama abaso say nimdie ni nyansa President Mahama yamede ama no on say waka so obi eye nimdefo na obi pe asomdwei no pempontu a wi Mahama fiwa bibia ni obiem na uche so anya no nku on so o wona be the vice president and o chief of staff owo from no ni grassroots no ni penonfo ni mufra nyina kasa no ni me ekoso se sam penonfo nyina tai wachi don't forget to say Mariata Brew emu ni won aka nyina tai nachi Totobi Kwachi, don't forget about him. No, a whole security couple, smooth operator. You see, that is it. These are the men. I want to say, continue. I know, or the Abba. We say near committee in it, say you 2-4 committee in it, say in summer walk of Kai, and near Diginano. Man, pennies were jatum, a roadmap. Since you have a show, I have a first day implementing your woman in near Masumjaba, or 2-4 Sunday BBC to say, you were individuals in your bubo wending. Also, a better flower sank for no one casa. So, I say, and Sana, one did not affect one so no, or better flower because during the committee, a negotiation and a reconciliation, a union, as some more catch and say, willingly one and a buy. And one accepting. It means nobody forced them. The American aka want to say a bro man penny to sound a more to me achieve sad way. With the Bokufo. More Boku say we Kusasios and now we a man. Yes, Kusasio, some man Pusio, whatever. Yeah, Ghana for first. 2 million. So I say, Inti was it 80 meeting car and chess abontin sunipa emefanko development in your man or man penny about so oh yes resetting agenda way or the abado as I say become bokufu as I say kikasa one sika ya de bani ya de develop wono mo de sa man so train basabasa siwa ya de be man so jafo ni police fo no have to take control of the place. So into the Abaya hospital, near Bema Munsu, the Abema Greek mechanization, near Bema Rikopoku, Eddie a Greek movement, Wonket, any idea about yet the Bema police if you so just for Meshamoso. So, no, Boku in Kanka and the enemy said, Now Boku ye, Yaka a Guedifo business hub. When your business happens, I want to when you will be beer Boku market and Kasa. I mean, where is it? Inti, yes, Srebo, Oman Penny, Yabo Abasubium, Otumfo, Nana, maybe we will ask him, Yabo Mabaso. Says, I said, be here and will be him. You never be here, that is it. Inti, President and Kasa so pass from J. So because or share both opposition, so been making sure says some drain never yajuma, Emma so the ayajuma less than 1 year, and which said yet in a bokufu as some can memento boku. But the problem is say what's a canning pet a back out. I know that the Asamono Samono Nanya Yawn say, men of here or a Tulakui, wouldn't pay room for the blue summon in the Kikakaway. Massa, they are some day you are, whatever and Kibab now be. Yeah, be ɛna ebi a wɔte yɛn mfikyiri na wɔbɛnbɛn yɛ yi obi nso wɔ yɛn hɔ a ebi a no wɔn akɔka ntɔkwaw na abɛka wo ɛwɔ ha nti wo kasa mfa me ho ɛfa wo ho nti yɛde ade serɛ sɛsɛ baabi a otuo ɛsɛ sɛ kotwere no akotwere momentwere ntɔkwaw no ɛnsi wɔ ha munya anuanom woyɛ dɛn o
bosango monyina moyɛ
yɛmmom na yɛmfa ɔma no
banks awodo hɔ mie
teachers doctors yɛpostu obi a wo sɛ ɔma yɛpostu teacher wo sɛ ɔma yɛpostu nurse wo ntumi ma yɛpostu doctor wo sɛ ɔnkɔ yɛpostu police a ɛyɛ nimia na ɔde kɔ because police pɛne koraa no ɔtɔe owi wɔ hɔ police pɛne koraa wɔ hɔ na me a meyɛ constable nti yɛka kyerɛ mu sɛ development no this is the time mate ase na asomdwe yɛaba yi mumma efe resetting agenda na enye den na affect na mumma ebeba dache no wontumi nye more educated ensemo nema boku entumpo me da say
for your time Kofi Abusha Penny live on TVS YZ and also on Power 97.9 FM Safari Valley Eco Resort here there say say e de momo bronya ebe channel so say omo boy juma papa na do ani echewa wildlife experience ni da so ego so antelope ni zebra ene ostrich wani mofredo mu ko mani beji papa nuane local and continental dishes environment where is serene for ni chire ho ewo eye Dew in the Eastern region. We do okre constituency wa Dew ho enomo for more 0596914394 0596914394 Safari Force bra swimming pool gym bibia etwetwa kama power specialist about hospital wote Dr. Aye Oheneba Enka ema me adu ya so yokọ gye wa yaresa Divine Hope Bar Center ene mote Dr. Anka es natural mineral water and super no enu ne simenim hei ope bi abra eswazi broadcast be home Mr. Robert ubenya bi ato sanso ena wodi wani kire Melcom show bi amunation wadi ubenya bi ato frɛ ɛyɛ Clifford 0596273546 ofra wo nsa betumi akabi Victory Garlic Mesa free Dr. Mwako wasi obi a ɛgya mojantimi ni nipaduanum afurisa yi obi a ayɛ wakoma ɛbɔ pere ananse na acheme nan ni nyina no blood circulation nya adwuma yie wonya Victory Garlic Mesa ni betumi aboa wo oba akɔ mfikyire no ayase bɔ dwedwe wohia Victory Garlic Mesa nomna no pa enwumre opemfo menum bi wo ma no abofra no fusu nso a menum bi nemom obi atumi nom Victory Garlic Mesa na de wo mu ne se obi a wontumi ni de wonum ato bro ne beka so loss of appetite wonya Victory bi a wo be didi ama ho ato frɛ 0242545633 0242545633 Dr. Amwakon obeje so Medimosis Clinic and Aba Center and yakofa eye live kit capsules diaba Medimosis se men kanche say live kit capsules no diaba no wonya bi na onoma eye 100% eye natural herbal supplement ya just design say de bi etumi boost liver function no na ma health na kasa no nipadua no apomde no etumi egina so eye brand san boa boost immune system no na ba say obi a woyem wo say woyem da ho kama wodidi wi a digestion no wo say etumi take place na ho etumi towo no wonya eye live kit capsules ni bi na oboba eno so etumi ebo ayi papa for Medimosis on 0244068447 0244068447 ofra yebejo sujuma ko nyina da roma any Hebron Hills International School was say excel and shine or more any touch ya yedjumadi bro and 17th of a year December 2025 47 minutes inside 5 na just say tema channel so sebo no say de nwiri no nsia kase ebo e de bebro man say mampoma wokọ no oba ne ofa bia ne team omogusu a ehyehyehye nkata na nwiri no nsia kase ebo omode ebebro amali bade ebiem na wasan de beka ho wohwe brunya ebe niema ekoso a unim say we welcome news de my good people of eye upper is amount for best start lazy one boot say umubetumi achechiri omu businesses awo eye boko garu timpani any pusiga kulungugu any it environs.
Yeah, you see, there is a disturbing development pursuant to what happened yesterday. There is a video, how do you call it, a media report, the Nairi issue statement rejecting the mediation report.
So where is he going now?
Very well. That's what we are looking forward to see. But
is it authentic?
Yeah, it is. It has been confirmed per the letters about it. And I know President Mahama is the commander-in-chief of the Ghana forces.
If persuasion first.
Yes.
And
so Supreme Court ekasa no wakasa. What happened in Rano? Otunfo echoed
and then
the facts available exactly. Exactly. Yes. The say and this cowardice act should stop
immediately.
There is no need of further bloodshed in Boko. Mugabe, see what we are expecting, regardless of all, what we are expecting is a soldier for I don't call someone Kobobang. During Akufo-Addo government time, there were instances a soldier for a deploy Mampusis to Boko.
To do what?
Soldiers who were Mampusis. I don't believe it was a mistake of deployment. It was deliberate. Besides that, Nipa.
Checks.
Nipa.
This is allegation.
It is a fact.
But do you have it?
Why not?
I
have the report here. We can make it available.
No. Wait.
I'm not going.
No, you are not going. I'm coming for that. At least, I'm here with you.
Thank you.
You know, the whole thing is the mediation team led by His Majesty Otumfuo today, where we were representing report.
I agree.
Those who are name calling and military and those things. Let's leave it.
No,
I know the reason why I'm doing it because the statement our president issuing, okay. Let's avoid those things. Yes.
But there must be justice at a certain point. There must be. Going forward, it is our expectation. So Kumsobaya come. So that as citizens there, we can move to and fro without any problem. Yes. Wherever. Exactly. And I want to use this opportunity to appeal to the Kosa Traditional Council, led by the Overlord, Naba Aburago II. If possible, and indeed which I believe, he's also Obata, I mean, Kanasa. As Obata, the Traditional Council should lift the embargo on the Mampugu community and allow interaction one more time, so that we can trade again, attend market, do things that we used to do before. Because that's the integrity. You know, during 2002, 3, 4, when the people was in power, the then Defense Minister Dominic and Interior Minister Ambrose Derry, Omokan on the floor of Parliament said the Ekoso Bokono a pure criminality. That's a criminals Bokono Moody to Assembly hiding behind a non-existent matter. This is the time the state must enforce the laws.
Very well.
Those criminals can be dealt with according to law. Me BBC from Kra minority force today. Say President Mahama here reshuffle. What a laughable matter. And Akufo-Addo want to be called Akufo to do a reshuffle. You see, they are dazed.
They are not making any sense.
1 year under MDs, no single scandal. Inflation about form. President Mahama directive said, "Pada ye chema ye nuanam ma ewo secondary schools no. It should be manufactured in Ghana."
Very well.
Imagine the jobs and the money it will be retained in the economy. NDC government so far so good. In fact, the best is yet to come. Very and President Mahama hasn't done with us yet. Are you called to you, Mr. President, and your vice?
Fantastic. Ghana, we are on course. Kofi?
Yes, Mugabe we in the and now I know Kasei. So when you say Ministry of Education last month, Alawana came on. But you
man breaking this crowd.
What you are correct. And then once we get one idea, Nanka we honest a year. In case we issue statement, you want to be a buying a basso. Need the Wobiamuno. Government workers in Yina, say since at a meal's time. A B C that. So government workers had you won't pay 16th. Yatubiaka. Controller and accountant general Tubiaka. Yes, about we. A B C that.
Debbie.
And an air one say, yeah, you levy if you yeah, betting tax if you yeah, you COVID if you yeah, you smoke tax if you still, young couple of see develop Ghana, you go for car. This is the government we're talking about. Fantastic. This is it. Anna, near me, Deba, I couldn't say, Mugabe. Papa we mean say baby ababo na baso na me boda baso na me o de we are say ya maybe 1 minute aka no be chia obi ama we Africa pa Kenoboa Kenoboa 9 months commander no adwuma obono masanya me hira no so say ni na hi won akokyere nkofo bansere de ade nyina agu won asen ono no ko tai okonfo obushi won okonfo o hye won 45 galamseyes okonfo okotai mo konfuna tonwuram wayira iti Kenoboa yenim se holidays ya manfo befo se soja phone ne mo maduma no beba form ye bona baso nkoso mewie president asema waka say issue no state you know o say government endorse and accept all the findings our report no ya de be adwuma 2 ni 3 ni ade because of time until ye be say abaso da fufuro na niesi wono Mugabe me mama adwuma ye fu ni ye namfo ni ye nya Afrishapa one Abraham Kumsen 2 Uncle Totobi Kwache yes Federation of Ghana Federation of Labor Uncle Totobi Kwache and the golden boy Sami Jamfi the golden boy one golden boy and in place here so fida ye ni na oche e wo tutu ekwa pem fida ni ye di ni ma me na oche ye wie ni sa ye mobodin a ye wire be fi yankasa David Dakuji Eastern Regional Deputy Organizer and a gold board secretary no gold board small scale miners secretary no your friend Godwin Ama on also member na Afrishapa
deputy CEO gold board Richard
and then lawyers and now Kwame Minka and now we are down for combat
and Zainab
yes combat
Tor
combat Edo Jitamakro MPA yes
Joffa Mutari
Tor and Winston that Tor yamo we nyina Afrishapa efei unim dina doson oyoko kofi kwaten ye chia wo nyina mo amantu ba mo de nyina base wono ye chia wo nyina
and of course the ultimate yes from the Pokwa Juma and yema me
yes
Edo Tamakro honorable Lydia Kabariba Jaladi
just to wo nyina Afrishapa and Muga wonso yema wo ne wo yere Afrishapa yes and abusia for me classmate fu nyina yes Kofi akura Kofi da ko me ne fi report so me man Afrishapa
good
o hene babu ama me man Afrishapa on the men ne de obom ye brebia
oh interesting
nice Peter Mensa NFA Nati Bongo me mamu nyina Afrishapa
and General Tenje that's a no, Tema Port, Director General, and Mr. Zuma, Esquire, DP Port, special regards to all of them.
Who classmate? Akugan. Oh, your classmate, in some classmate, Akugan.
Were deputy communication officer
or your deputy communication officer NDC the whole Ghana and also your classmate Muntie 3
and
Malik Basentale my boss
about Ochina Adezali 3 p.m. Achina 1-on-1 with a Rabina Obin MP for a year Abli of Adezali 3:30 4 p.m. lawyer Martin Pigbu ewo studio ha ochina Mugabe Maase ni medin obo ade no dumi ya be say di se nwumre no si akase bo na eba ma munyina mo eniti